What's up guys, this is your favorite fanfic YouTuber, the Fanfic Majesty, and welcome to another amazing video. You can follow me on Patreon for exclusive stories.
11K. Chapter 301 Are You Arrogant? Advertisement. Oniba's train station. I was so busy talking that I forgot about Natsu on the train. He is prone to motion sickness. It would be fine if we arrived at the destination directly, but if he suddenly woke up halfway. It was me who invited Natsu to come, but I didn't take good care of him. It's my fault. Anyway, beat me up first. Aluza looked like she was blaming herself. That's what happened. Stop the train quickly. What's going on? The station manager was confused, he didn't hear what Urza meant at all. Lucy sweated. People in fairy tale are really like this and do their own thing. We are all for our companions, I hope you can understand. Please don't be unreasonable, I can't stop the train for a passenger who missed getting off. The station manager now understood what Urza was talking about, but how could he stop the train for a passenger who missed his stop? Uchiha Zanyan appeared behind the station manager at some point and pulled down the emergency stop signal. That's all right. 14 inches guessed. The station manager looked at Uchiha Zanyan in confusion. Good job, Zanyan. Sorry, please take the luggage to the Chili Hotel. Aluza said as she handed the rope of the luggage cart to the station manager. The station manager was even more confused. Not only was the power off, but he was also asked to deliver the luggage. I'm going to chase Natsu. Before the station manager could react, the perpetrators had left immediately. Advertisement. Soon, Urza rented a magic four-wheeler and chased after the train. On the train, Kageyama began to feel a little unhappy as he looked at the sleeping Natsu. Why is this guy from a regular guild, while he is from a dark guild? Why is this guy sleeping so soundly on the train, while he is sleeping normally? I will be awakened by a nightmare. Why are there so many cute girls in this guy's guild, while my guild is full of stinky men? When a person is jealous, all kinds of things without reason become excuses for finding faults. Just watching this guy drooling while sleeping makes Kageyama feel very uncomfortable. Kageyama stood up, raised his feet high, and then stepped on Natsu's face. Ha! Natsu opened his eyes dazedly, saw a shoe sole on his face and quickly reached out to slap it. Oh, finally woke up. Natsu looked around and was a little confused. Where is Urza? Where is Gray, Lucy, Happy and where is Uchiha Zanyan? Why is everyone gone, and there is a strange man in front of me? Quote. Plus, fit. Fairy tale. Really, it's too eye-catching, isn't it? Just because it's a regular guild, it's so powerful, it really makes people angry. Do you know how we call fairy tale? Flies, slap flies. Kageyama said and slapped Natsu on the head with his hand. Hole. Ooh, ha 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 ha, what kind of magic is that? So-called magic, is used like this. What? Huh, the shape of the three-eyed skull flute slightly attracted Natsu's attention. Advertisement. The sudden brakes, the strong inertia made many people fall down. At this time, Urza was driving over and saw Natsu jumping out of the train window. A three-eyed skull flute always fell from Kageyama's backpack. Sorry. Woo, Natsu. Natsu and Gray, who was sitting on the roof, had a close contact on the forehead. This is a return gift. The shadow under Kageyama's feet formed a fist and hit Natsu's chin hard, knocking Natsu into the aisle. It hurts. What are you doing, Natsu? You be asterisk. D. Bang. Ha 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 ha. I lost my memory because of the collision just now. Who are you? You stink. Why did you fly out of the train? Natsu's fist was wrapped in blazing flames and punched Kageyama in the face. At this time, the train driver saw the emergency stop signal and thought there was a major accident ahead, so he immediately applied the brakes. Urza really can't lie, she had completely forgotten about Natsu before. She usually traveled alone, so naturally she didn't pay attention to other people's habits. The three-eyed skull flute was seen by Natsu, which made Kageyama a little panicked. Natsu, are you okay? Urza braked quickly. Look, see it. Stop making noises. You were so arrogant just now. You dared to say bad things about fairy tale. What's wrong with you? Why was there no one when I woke up just now? Did you abandon me? Advertisement. Chapter 302. Playing. Advertisement. Those things are not important. What's important is that you are okay. How can I be okay? I was harassed by a strange guy on the train. He seemed to say something about the Iron Forest. Bang. You idiot. Aluza slapped Natsu in the face. We are chasing the Iron Forest. Who knows? Why don't you listen to me? How can he listen to you when he is asleep? Lucy couldn't help but complain. As soon as Natsu got on the train, he was hypnotized by Zanyan. He slept like a dead pig. How could he hear what Urza said? Zanyan glanced to the side and pretended not to hear. Aluza had already jumped to the driver's seat of the magic four-wheeler. He is still on that train, let's chase him now. What are his characteristics? Natsu thought for a while. Kaido. No characteristics, a very ordinary-looking person, but he carries a skull-like flute and a skull with 3 eyes. What? That guy's taste is really weird. Quote. Lucy thought of something and her face changed. That flute is Larrabee, the curse song, the magic of death. I also read it in the book. The curse is one of the forbidden magics, and the curse song is a more terrifying mass curse magic. As long as the curse song is played, everyone who hears the song will be cursed. What? When Urza and the others heard Lucy say this, their faces changed. Mass curse magic, what would a dark guild like the Iron Forest do with such magic? Kuluki Station. Under the leadership of Eligor, the members of the Iron Forest Guild hijacked the train and expelled all passengers on the train and in the train station. All passengers and drivers get off the train. This train belongs to the Iron Forest. Advertisement. Eligor boarded the train and came to Kageyama. I heard that you will come back on this train. I am already impatient to wait, Kageyama. Hehe, I have already unlocked the seal. This is it. Quote. Kageyama handed the three-eyed skull flute to Eligor. Oh, is this the forbidden magic, the curse song? Oh, as expected of little Kaguya. The plan is perfect now. Kageyama didn't dare to hide it and told about the members of the Tale of the Sister Spirit he met on the train. Flies. The wind elements gathered under Eligor's feet, and his body flew up lightly. Don't you understand? There is something in this station. When several people arrived at Kuluki Station, the army had already blocked the place, and many passengers who were driven out of the train gathered in the car. Li Hao Hao, when several people arrived at the platform, the people of Iron Forest seemed to be waiting there as expected. Sure enough, fairy tale, I've been waiting for a long time. After arriving at the station, several people rushed in directly. No, it seems to be a terrorist attack. Ah, close black lens bracket. Everyone in the Iron Forest burst into laughter when they heard Eligor's words. Derailment. Eligor flew to the speaker and knocked it casually. Eligor raised his finger, and two wind blades cut through Kageyama's ears. This plan was very important to him, and such incompetent subordinates must be punished. In the aisle leading to the platform, many soldiers fell here. Advertisement. Aluza said solemnly. No matter what it is, we must stop it. If the disciple blows, a large number of people will die. This dangerous item will fall into the hands of the Dark Guild. We must not let it go. I'm just playing. I don't have a job and I'm bored. On the train. Maybe they have something urgent to do. Zan Yan said casually, the only advantage of the train is that it is fast. The citizens were not stupid. The army showed up, and the sound coming from inside was obviously not caused by derailment. Lucy was shocked to see this scene. So many soldiers were killed. The opponent is an entire guild, in other words, all wizards, and a platoon of troops is really useless. On the top of the train car, a man with a bare upper body and a large sickle on his back spoke. Seeing that Kageyama had injuries on his face and there were obvious signs of fighting on the train, Eligor couldn't help but ask. The people in the Iron Forest couldn't help but get excited when they heard this. This flute was originally just a curse tool, but the great black wizard Zirf evolved it into a more advanced magic flute. Anyone who hears the sound of this flute will be cursed. This is the mass curse magic, curse song. Arusa's face changed drastically. Do you want to play a curse song? Beware. After receiving the news from the previous station, the army took over here, drove away all the passengers in the train station, and blocked it. In order to prevent the citizens from panicking, the train station administrator told the public that the train derailed. Lucy was puzzled. As long as the train tracks were changed in advance at the next station, the train could be stopped completely. Hey, puff, ha 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 ha, well, he was on this train just now. What a reckless guy. Urza asked. You are Eligor, what is your purpose? If you don't answer me, I won't let you go. Swish. Those people hijacked the train. Why? If it was a carriage or a boat, it would be understandable, but the train can only run on the rails, and there is no benefit even if it is hijacked. Let's get started. Operation Plan On. Advertisement. Chapter 303 I'm just a newcomer. Advertisement. Ha 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 ha. There are hundreds, thousands of people joining in the fun in this station. If you raise the volume, the whole town will hear this melody of death. Are you planning a massacre? Aluza and the others all changed color. Oshibana City is a town with a large population, with a population of at least 40,000 to 50,000. If all these people died, it would definitely be an extremely horrific human tragedy. Eligor's mouth curled up. No. This is a purge. For those idiots who don't know that others' rights have been deprived, but are still loudly advocating rights to save their own lives. For those who live in this unfair world without knowing their sins, I, the Shinigami, will punish them. Punishment called death. Eligor opened his arms in the air with a crazy expression. The timid Lucy also plucked up the courage to shout out with a sense of justice. Even if you do this, your rights will never be restored. Besides, you were wrong in the first place, you are really hopeless. Quote. 677 Eligor sneered and said, it has come to this. What I want is no longer rights, but power. As long as I have power, I can erase everything in the past and dominate the future. Quote. Are you an idiot? Lucy was furious. Suddenly. Uchiha Zan Yan's voice sounded. Have you finished the plot lines? Since you have finished, shouldn't we start? I still want to go back to study. Aluza said in a deep voice. Go. It's impossible to reason with these guys. Natsu and Gray also prepared to fight after hearing Urza's words. Then Zan Yan asked. It's okay to kill them all. No problem. The other party is going to massacre, and there is no need to show mercy to these dark guilds. That's good. Quote. Zan Yan's words immediately caused dissatisfaction among the people in the Iron Forest Guild. They were only 5 people, but they were 50 people. How dare one person so brazenly say that he would kill our entire guild, BECG, how arrogant. Advertisement. Let's kill those 3 men, and then catch those 2 women for us to play with every day. Not bad. These 2 women are very cute. When we get tired of playing with them, we will sell them. They must be very valuable. Disgusting. Urza was angry, and a sword appeared in her hand and she was ready to take action. Zan Yan clenched his fist. Buzz. Zan Yan activated the power of shock fruit, and the white vibration power was wrapped around his fist. Then he smashed the air in front of him. Exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark quote. Crack, crack. The air in front of the fist had dense cracks. Boom. A terrifying vibration force came out from Uchiha Zan Yan's fist, destroying everything in front of it. Wow. A huge crack appeared on the platform, and the ground shattered wherever the terrifying vibration force passed. The whole town was shaking violently, and all the glass of the Oshibana train station exploded at once. All the members of the Iron Forest Guild in front of them flew backwards with blood flowing from their 7 orifices, and the train carriages also twisted and deformed violently, flew off the rails, and hit the walls and smashed them. The fairy tale people were all shocked when they saw this scene. They opened their mouths and eyes wide, horrified and unbelievable. Okay, it's all solved. Quote. One strike, just one strike, destroyed a guild. Lucy covered her mouth with both hands. She was terrified. Although she saw that Uchiha Zan Yan was very powerful when he joined the guild, this was too powerful. That was a whole guild of wizards, but they were killed by Uchiha Zan Yan with one strike. Advertisement. Even Natsu and Gray looked at Zan Yan like a frightened kitten, looking at a scary monster. The power of this strike was too terrifying. If such a punch hit them, wouldn't they all be shattered to pieces? Emotion Uchiha Zan Yan acted very relaxed when fighting with Natsu when he joined the guild. It turned out that he still had such a powerful power hidden. This magic was not used at that time. If this magic was used, Natsu would have been killed in one blow. Urza was also shocked. What kind of magic is this? Magic. Well, just think of it as vibration magic, which is magic that can cause air shock, earthquake, and sea shock. It is also one of the magics I often use. Air shock, earthquake, sea shock. Although these words are simple, the energy contained in them is too great. So scary. Shinigami Eligor also reappeared at this time. He was also affected by the vibration just now, but because he was flying at a relatively long distance, his injury was not too serious. Seeing all the members of the Iron Forest falling to the ground, Eligor opened his eyes wide and shouted in disbelief, how is this possible? My guild members were actually all killed. Who the hell are you? This kid actually destroyed his Iron Forest guild with just one blow. Is there such a guy in the Fairy Tale Guild? Zan Yan chuckled and said, me. I'm just a newcomer who just joined the Fairy Tale Guild not long ago. Single quote. Storm wave. Eligor raised his hand and released a violent tornado. No matter who the opponent was, anyone who dared to hinder him would die. Uchiha Zan Yan clenched his fist and hit the tornado directly. Exclamation mark quote. Crack. Boom. The tornado was shattered by Uchiha Zan Yan's vibration force and hit Eligor at the same time. Eligor quickly dodged after seeing it. Boom. A huge hole was directly blasted out where Eligor was before, and dense cracks appeared in the entire train station. Advertisement. Chapter 304. Too much. Advertisement. You've gone too far. Lucy screamed in fear. If Uchiha Zan Yan attacked like this again, the entire train station would be destroyed. Eligor was also a little scared at this time. What on earth is this guy? What kind of magic is this? This power is too absurd. Is this the wizard of fairy tale? Uchiha Zan Yan glanced around. I'm used to destruction on weekdays. I'm a little uncomfortable to be restrained for a while, but I have tried my best to minimize the destructive power. He never took care of fighting on weekdays, and he mainly won by destruction. For example, the Battle of the Top destroyed Naval Headquarters Marineford, the World Recruitment destroyed the uninhabited island, the Admiral Battle destroyed a large part of the Red Line, the mountains outside the Rain Shinobi Village were destroyed, and the Nine-Tails Demon Foxes destroyed many mountains in the Wild Battle. If any of these were taken out at random, the city would have been gone long ago, so he really restrained his strength. What? Natsu and the others were stunned. Is this the minimum power? What is the maximum power? It's okay. When it's over, just blame all the mistakes on these guys. Abu. Suddenly, Eligor turned around and flew away from the hole that Zan Yan had just opened escape. What a joke. Fighting with a guy like that, he must have a problem with his brain to fight that guy. One strike wiped out many people in the Iron Forest Guild, and the destructive power of one strike almost destroyed the train station. No, he ran away. Lucy's face changed and shouted when she saw Eligor flying away. We can't let that guy escape. That guy is still holding the curse song. If he lets him escape, I don't know how many people will die. Don't worry, he can't run away. Uchiha Zan Yan said with a smile, then tapped his toes lightly, and his body began to fly up the bed. Fly. Several people were already surprised to see Eligor flying, but they didn't expect Zan Yan to be able to fly. Uchiha Zan Yan said, one of the dozen commonly used magics. Each of your dozen commonly used magics is equivalent to someone's specialized magic, and each one is too perverted. Advertisement. Vibration magic, flying magic, eye magic, perception magic, and the water and fire magic displayed when joining the guild. Swoosh. Uchiha Zanyan flew quickly and caught up directly. Urza said. Let's follow too. Several people quickly ran out of the train station. At this time, in the sky. Damn it, it's all because of that idiot Kageyama, who let Fairy Tail come to mess up at such a critical moment. But it's okay, as long as I'm here, the plan can still be implemented. I will use the spell to kill all the old men in the local guilds. I want everyone to feel what fear is. Suddenly, a voice sounded in Eligor's ears. Oh, so this is your purpose. You plan to take advantage of the local guild president's regular meetings and then use the spell to curse all the local guild presidents, right? When Eligor heard this voice, he turned his head and looked to the side, and his eyes almost popped out of his head. He saw the little ghost just now, who appeared beside him at some point and flew with him. Eligor braked suddenly and stopped in the air. Uchiha Zanyan put his hands in his pockets and flew to the front of Eligor leisurely and said with a smile, "Are you going to run away or surrender? Otherwise, let's compete in flying speed. Let's see who is faster, you or me. I have never competed with others in flying speed. You bunch of flies. You are really in the way." Quote. Eligor was angry. He was a man called Shinigami, but he was chased by a stinky kid. I was going to let you go, but since you are here to die, don't blame me for being rude. Eligor waved his fingers, and a magic circle was generated in front of Eligor. Swish, swish, swish. Wind blades shot towards Uchiha Zanyan quickly. Uchiha Zanyan raised his foot and kicked. Asterisk 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 asterisk. Open hollow corner bracket tempest kick close hollow corner bracket. Zanyan raised his foot and kicked quickly like a shadowless kick. 10 slashes were kicked out by him. Open black lens bracket 01350701 Falu 192,012,370. Boom boom boom. The slash accurately smashed the wind blade shot by Eligor. Advertisement. What? Have you practiced magic well? Why is your wind blade so fragile? Hole. Brat. Go to hell. Eligor flew to Uchiha Zanyan at high speed, and chopped the huge sickle towards Uchiha Zanyan's neck. Uchiha Zanyan raised his left index finger. Clang. Zanyan's index finger firmly blocked Eligor's big sickle. Eligor's face changed drastically in fear. How is it possible? You blocked my sickle with your finger. What a joke. His sickle has cut off countless people's heads, but it was blocked by this kid's finger. Even if this kid's finger was made of steel, it would be broken. Zanyan grabbed the blade casually, and Eligor quickly let go of his hand and stepped back in fear. I just took the sickle, why are you so scared? Eligor was immediately ashamed and angry when he heard this, stinky brat. Don't be so arrogant, now I'm really going to get serious. Stormcoat. A lot of wind was generated from Eligor's body, spinning rapidly, like a piece of clothing wrapped around Eligor's body. Uchiha Zanyan's eyes lit up when he saw it. Oh, this move looks like it's going to work. Take it. Eligor waved his palm. Swish, swish, swish. A lot of wind blades shot towards Uchiha Zanyan. Razor. Swish. Uchiha Zanyan disappeared instantly. What? Eligor suddenly found that Uchiha Zanyan was gone and immediately looked around, but he didn't see Uchiha Zanyan. Then he sensed something and quickly looked up. Uchiha Zanyan appeared above Eligor's head without knowing when, raised his right leg high, and chopped it down hard. Bang. Up. Advertisement. Chapter 305 Monster. Advertisement. Wow. Eligor screamed and fell like a meteorite. Boom. A big hole was smashed in the ground by Eligor's body. Run. The people below the town had already seen Uchiha Zanyan and Eligor fighting in the sky. Seeing Eligor falling, they all ran away in fear, fearing that they would be affected by the magician's battle. Although his body was protected by the storm coat, Eligor still felt that his internal organs were about to burst. Uchiha Zanyan slowly fell down. Not bad. He took my attack and didn't get killed. Eligor slowly got up from the ground. Damn you brat. Don't think you're going to win. I still have the strongest magic that I haven't used yet, and the outcome is still unknown until the last moment. Oh, then I'm interested in seeing it. You've been fooled. Eligor thought to himself that he was deliberately provoking this arrogant brat to prevent him from dodging. As long as he didn't dodge, he would definitely be killed by his magic. Eligor put the index and middle fingers of his left and right hands together and raised them up, and the magic power quickly gathered towards the two fingers. Not he continuously compressed his magic power, and green leaves fluttered around his fingers. Watch this. The Fengxiang magic that can break everything into pieces. Emerald Swift. Die. Arrogant brat. Eligor put the four fingers of both hands together in front of him, and extremely sharp spiral wind blades were released from his fingers. Boom 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 boom. Advertisement. The road surface, rocks, all were cut into pieces by Eligor's attack. Ha 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 ha. You're going to die now, arrogant brat. Hey hey hey, don't kill others so easily. It's unlucky. It seems that this is your strongest move, so this boring duel should also end. Uchiha Zanyan's figure instantly appeared in front of Eligor. Looking at this huge monster, Lucy was so scared that her body trembled. What is this? What is going on? Why does a monster appear in the base? Let me devour your souls. The monster appears. What? Impossible. This is absolutely impossible. That is my strongest magic. It is impossible that nothing happened to you after being hit. But Natsu was very excited at this time. The stronger the strength displayed by Uchiha Zanyan, the stronger his desire to challenge abandoned Uchiha Zanyan became. Awesome. Run. Shave. Coming from the smoke Uchiha Zanyan's voice, the smoke soon dispersed. Uchiha Zanyan appeared there unscathed, the clothes on his body were not broken, and the ground behind Uchiha Zanyan was intact, proving that Uchiha Zanyan did not dodge. Everyone looked in the direction of the sound, and saw a three-eyed skull flute in Eligor's arms emitting green smoke. I'm so hungry, let me taste your souls. What? Can the soul be eaten? Is it delicious? 4.8. Natsu turned his head and looked at Gray with a look of desire. How should I know? And don't tell me this. Which one should I eat first? Once I decide, I will really swallow everyone in the city together. Happy's face changed drastically. No. The curse song is coming. Ah. Lucy was so scared that she quickly covered her ears with her hands. Urza changed her clothes and rushed forward. Swish. Urza's sharp sword directly cut off the legs of the curse song monster. That's armor. Happy explained. Magic swordsmen usually fight by changing weapons, but Urza is different. She fights by changing magic armor that can enhance her own abilities. This is Urza's magic. Knight. What is impossible about this? In fact, the reason is very simple. The difference in strength between you and me is just a matter of days. Advertisement. Love. So, what are we doing here? Ordinary citizens who were watching from afar were even more terrified and ran away after seeing it. The green smoke began to take shape, and soon a huge monster that seemed to be made of trees appeared in front of everyone. Uchiha Zanyan's fist hit Eligor's nose directly. Eligor shouted in disbelief. Natsu and the others screamed in fear. Lucy looked at the destroyed houses and streets, as well as the crumbling Oshibana train station in the distance, and thought, sure enough, if you are not from the same family, you will not enter the same door. Bang. The flute speaks. Natsu was originally a little bit dissatisfied with losing to Uchiha Zanyan, but now that he saw the power of Uchiha Zanyan, he realized that he deserved to lose. Eligor did not see clearly when Uchiha Zanyan appeared. Woo. Quote. Uchiha Zanyan is simply a perfect match for Fairy Tail. No wonder Uchiha Zanyan does not come out to do missions. This is the first time he has done a mission, and he almost destroyed a town. Gray was a little speechless. Urza invited him to come together to destroy the Dark Guild Iron Forest, but they did nothing. Everyone was destroyed by Uchiha Zanyan. Monster. Whoosh. Urza looked at Uchiha Zanyan in surprise, the big trump card of the Iron Forest Guild. Shinigami's Eligor is not just a name, even she can't guarantee a win. But Uchiha Zanyan easily defeated Eligor. Looking at his relaxed look, it was obvious that he didn't use much effort. Such strength is really too strong. Suddenly, a gloomy voice sounded. He, what a bunch of useless trash, I can't bear to watch it anymore, I'll do it myself. Quote. The power displayed by Zanyan far exceeded their level. Advertisement. Chapter 306. Anxious Makarov. Advertisement. So beautiful. Open hollow corner bracket sky wheel circulation sword close hollow corner bracket. Urza controlled a large number of steel swords to shoot at Juge, and all the steel swords pierced into the monster's body. Damn little bug. Juge opened his mouth and spit out a large number of magic bullets at Urza. Open hollow corner bracket ice make shield close hollow corner bracket. Gray stood in front of Urza and opened an ice shield with both hands. Boom boom boom. The ice shield blocked all the magic bullets. What is this? Lucy had seen Gray use ice on the train, but she didn't know what it was. Ice shaping magic is a magic that injects a shape into magic power, and it can also eliminate the shape. Open hollow corner bracket ice make lancer close hollow corner bracket. Gray opened his hands and released a large number of ice spears to shoot at the Juge monster. Boom 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 boom. There was a big hole in Juge's body. Roar of the fire dragon. Natsu had also finished charging up his energy at this time, and spit out a violent firestorm from his mouth, which was much more powerful than before when he and Uchiha Zanyan were behind Fairy Tail. Boom. A big hole was blown open in the body of the curse song monster again. The three people continued to besiege the curse song monster. After a while, the curse song monster fell down unwillingly. Advertisement. Everyone is so powerful. Lucy finally felt relieved when she saw the monster fall down and laughed happily. The strength of several people was so powerful. Is this the Wizard of Fairy Tail? Local Guild Alliance regular meeting venue. The regular meeting has ended at this time. Now it is time for the presidents to have a banquet to drink, eat and brag together. Makarov, the wizards in your guild are very lively. That's great. I heard they beat a powerful person to a pulp. Bob, the Blue Pegasus leader of the Wizard Guild, said to Makarov. Ah, this is our newcomer, Lucis' masterpiece. Especially the breasts are great. Makarov was a little drunk sitting at the dining table. Ah, pervert. It's good to be energetic, but don't you think you're going too far? There are people in the council who are always worried that you, Fairy Tail, will destroy a city one day. Quote. Goldman, the leader of the 4 hounds of the Wizard Guild, said on the side. The 4 of them have been friends for decades and don't have to worry about what they say. Okay, then come on, let me be defeated by Lucis' breasts. Makarov jumped up on the table. Really, how can you attack the wizards of your own guild? By the way, I heard that there is a handsome boy joining the guild with Lucy, right? Bob's information is still very rich. Uchiha Zanyan defeated the famous Fire Dragon as soon as he joined Fairy Tail, which naturally attracted his attention. The most important thing is that it is rumored that Uchiha Zanyan's appearance is super good. Yes, his name is Uchiha Zanyan, he looks as handsome as I was when I was young. Not only is he handsome, but he is also super powerful, but super dollar class. Makarov said proudly. Indeed, Makarov was very proud of the addition of such a powerful master to the guild. What? Super S class. This is really enviable. Bob was very surprised to hear this. Makarov would not brag about this, which means that the boy really has such a strong strength. Damn Makarov, how come your luck is always so good? Goldman was a little jealous. The Fairy Tail Guild has many young masters. Demon, Mirajan, Fairy Queen, Urza, Laxus, Mistgang, Guildarts, Fire Dragon, Thor. There are too many young wizards who have become famous in the Fairy Tail Guild recently. Even the town where he lives is spreading the names of the wizards of the Fairy Tail Guild. Now the Fairy Tail Guild has already been known as the first magic guild in the Kingdom of Fury. Now such a young and powerful master has joined, will there be any way for others to survive? Advertisement. His guild has 4 hounds, but only one S-class ace, while the Fairy Tail Guild has a bunch of, really enviable. Every time there is a regular meeting, Makarov is seen showing off his children. He also wants to show off, but his children are not good enough, and he can only have Pakas to support the scene. This is already considered good, most wizard guilds can't even produce an S-class wizard. At this time, a magic messenger flew over with a letter in his claws and said, President Makarov, the letter from Miss Mirajan has arrived. Makarov opened the letter, 10 mini mirrors appeared on the letter. President, you have worked hard. Makarov said proudly. How is it? Look at our signature beauty. Isn't it beautiful? All the old and unruly presidents showed a lecherous expression. 403. President, during your absence, something incredible happened in the guild. Urza actually invited Natsu and Gray to form a team together. It seems that there is something important to deal with, so I asked Zan Yan to go with her. Although I don't know what it is, I still feel it is necessary to report to you, so I wrote this letter. Over. Mini Mira disappeared after saying this, but Makarov's cold sweat kept flowing down. Finally, he fell to the ground. Makarov, President Makarov. What happened? Makarov fell to the ground, which made many presidents around him nervous and hurriedly gathered around. Makarov looked like he was finished. What happened? How did they get together? The meeting is over today, and I can go back tomorrow. In the meantime, please have fun and don't make any mistakes. Please. Makarov was as arrogant as he was just now. He is as nervous now. These guys are all troublemakers. With the strength of these few people, they really took over a city. Advertisement. Chapter 307. Becoming famous. Advertisement. Era. The venue of the Magic Council. 9 magic counselors gathered together to discuss this incident. Even if we get rid of the Iron Forest, it won't solve the fundamental problem. There are countless dark guilds. Then we should formulate a strategy to wipe them out in one fell swoop. How to do it? If anyone uses Zeref's magic again in the future, we won't be able to handle it. Magic Counselor Ogre held the spell song, which had now turned into a flute and was sealed. There were dense cracks on the flute. It was obvious that it was shattered by Urza and others before, and the main body would also be damaged. What's strange is that how could such a powerful magic be easily obtained by someone? It seems that the responsibility should be traced to the management. The Magic Council sealed such dangerous magic in secret. If it wasn't for the information leaked by their own people, it would not be so easy for the people of the Iron Forest to find it. Zickline smiled and said, this time, it was thanks to the help of the fairy tale that usually makes people retreat. Quote. Eurutia also covered her mouth and chuckled. It's amazing that only 4 or 5 people defeated an entire guild. It seems that it was not 4 or 5 people, but one person, a newcomer named Uchiha Zan Yan who had just joined the Fairy Tale Guild. Quote. 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 Although the Iron Forest was destroyed by Uchiha Zan Yan showed mercy and these people did not die, but were all captured by the Magic Council. Through strict interrogation, they all knew that the Iron Forest Guild was defeated by a young man named Uchiha Zan. And they were all killed with one blow. There are many talents in Fairy Tale, but they are all troublesome talents. Now it seems that there is an even more troublesome guy. Although you don't want to admit it, this is a fact. If the curse song succeeds this time, either the presidents of the local guilds will be killed, or everyone in Oshibana town will be killed. No matter which one, the consequences are unimaginable, and even some of us may lose their lives. If the presidents of local guilds are in trouble, the wizards of those local guilds will definitely cause trouble. The murder of all ordinary people in Oshibana town is an extremely serious incident. This curse song is a seal sealed by the Magic Council. If it causes such serious consequences, the Magic Council will definitely be held accountable. Advertisement. What? Are you saying that we are also responsible at this time? Nonsense. Those guys acted recklessly, and the trouble they caused this time also made us exhausted. Ogre and Miguel were immediately unhappy when they heard this. This time, the Oshibana train station was destroyed, and many places in the town were also destroyed. Everyone in the Iron Forest unanimously pointed out that it was Uchiha Zan Yan who destroyed it, and the citizens also saw Uchiha Zan Yan and Elagor fighting in the air. Fairy Tale has another troublesome guy. I want to say that everyone should put aside their prejudices this time and praise them. After all, compared to that little loss, Fairy Tale has made a very great contribution this time. The Iron Forest attempted to sneak attack the regular meeting of the local guild presidents. This terrifying time spread all over the country overnight. This incident was stopped by Fairy Tale. If the other party succeeded this time, it would cause great panic. After this incident, Uchiha Schwanten's name was also known in the Kingdom of Fury. Uchiha Zan Yan didn't feel anything. His reputation in the previous world was much greater than here. Makarov finally breathed a sigh of relief. Although the damage caused by this destruction was not small, fortunately several people stopped this terrorist attack. The Magic Council would not pursue it. Otherwise, not only the train was destroyed, but also the train station was seriously damaged. If compensation was to be paid, even if the Fairy Tail Guild was sold, it would not be able to compensate. After this incident, Makarov also understood that although Uchiha Zanyan always read magic books in the guild on weekdays, he was quiet and looked like a literary boy. In fact, the madness in his bones was more serious than that of Nez and Aisha. And this kid's vibration magic is simply a natural king of destruction. Airquake, earthquake, seaquake. When he heard these three words, he couldn't help but tremble. Any one of them is a natural disaster level. This kid is simply a moving natural disaster. The danger may be even more terrifying than guild arts. Zan Yan, fight with me to the end. Here I come, take it. Soon, a man covered in a black cloak walked in. But speaking of hypnosis, there is a person in the guild whose hypnosis magic is also very scary. As this Sharingan's hypnosis, so powerful, advertisement. Makarov called out the name of the man, you. Although it is fun to bully the weak, it will be annoying to bully the weak all the time. Mira noticed and asked, what's wrong, guild master? Almost everyone in the guild fell asleep. Zan Yan Sharingan has the ability of hypnosis, and everyone knows it. Mr. Gang. Then, Makarov seemed to sense something wrong. If this happens in a battle, how many people can withstand it? What is the difference between a sleeping guy and a lamb to be slaughtered? Li Dezhao. Uchiha Zan Yan looked up at Natsu. After Uchiha Zan Yan came back, many of his abilities were also exposed to the guild. Don't. At this time, Zan Yan frowned and looked outside the guild. So sleepy. Huh. Natsu shouted at Uchiha Zan Yan. Since he saw Uchiha Zan Yan's powerful strength last time, Natsu was very keen to challenge Uchiha Zan Yan. He believed that only by constantly challenging the strong can he become stronger. But this hypnosis in an instant, even a good player like Natsu has no power to respond. This hypnosis ability is too domineering. Seeing Natsu being hypnosis with their own eyes, everyone felt more deeply the power of these eyes. Bang. Then Mira fell asleep. Makarov said sleepily, nothing, I'm a little sleepy, it's that guy. Natsu fell directly to the ground and fell asleep. Zan Yan was too lazy to fight with Natsu. There was no other reason. The level gap was too big. This is advertisement. Chapter 308 S-Class Wizards. Advertisement. Mr. Gang walked towards the commission board, picked up a task commission with a reward of 1 million, and then came to Makarov and showed it to Makarov. This is the job of the president. The president must first confirm who is doing the task, and also confirm whether the other party has the ability to do this task. If he thinks it is not possible, he will not allow it to be done. This is also for the safety of the guild members. Mr. Gang is an S-Class wizard of the Fairy Tail Guild. The tasks on the first floor are all ordinary tasks, so there is no problem accepting them. I'll leave first. You unlock the hypnosis magic. Mr. Gang turned and walked away. 5. But just after counting to 4, Mr. Gang saw a person sitting there looking at him energetically as if nothing had happened. This made Mr. Gang feel a little confused. He should have cast hypnosis magic on everyone in the guild, and even the president was affected. How come this guy is fine? Hello. Zan Yan heard the president call Mr. Gang's name and remembered who he was. Just now, he felt someone using hypnosis magic on Fairy Tail for the first time. He thought someone was attacking Fairy Tail, and he almost took action. Hello. 560 Mr. Gang nodded to Uchiha Zan Yan, and then quickened his pace to leave. He didn't expect that someone was still awake, and he didn't want others to see his appearance. Just after Mr. Gang left the guild, some people suddenly woke up. Except for Natsu who was hypnosis by Zan Yan just now. This feeling, is it Mr. Gang? That B asterisk 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 D. This hypnosis magic is still as powerful as ever. I don't know which one is more powerful than Uchiha Zan Yan's eye magic hypnosis. Mr. Gang. Lucy was a little confused. Loki said. One of the strongest wizard candidates in Fairy Tail. Quote. Advertisement. Then Loki realized that he was actually talking to Lucy, and quickly stepped aside in fear. For some reason, he doesn't want people to see his face, so every time he comes to get a mission, he makes everyone fall asleep like this. No one has ever seen Mist Gang except the president. Suddenly, a cold snort came from the second floor. Humph. I know it. Everyone looked up and saw a man standing on the second floor. This man has short golden hair, a lightning-like scar on his face, and a music player on his ear. He is Laxus, one of the S-Class wizards of the Fairy Tail Guild. Laxus, you are there. You are actually here. Laxus. Laxus teased. Yo-yo, you made the old man angry. Laxus said and turned into the room on the second floor. When you beat other people in the guild, you will be qualified to challenge me. Natsu ran angrily towards the stairs leading to the second floor. Wait for me, Marcus hurriedly persuaded. Hey, Urza, calm down. What's there to be angry about? Laxus, you're almost there. Come up. Uchiha Zan Yan raised his eyebrows when he heard this. Is this guy picking on him? Huh, you can't even beat a new guild member, and you still want to fight me. Zan Yan. Laxus said that, aren't you angry? Advertisement. Natsu was very upset with Laxus's arrogant look. Seeing that Uchiha Zan Yan, who was stronger than him, was so calm reading the magic book, he was immediately furious. Makarov's fist quickly became huge, and he knocked Natsu to the ground with one punch. So handsome. Practice well. Don't care what others think. Only the weak will constantly challenge, and the strong will always accept challenges. Makarov also glanced at Laxus, asking Laxus to restrain himself. Let him fight, he is good, let him read books, comic books are okay, forget about magic books. Natsu felt that what Zan Yan said was both philosophical and handsome. Natsu was also awakened by the noisy sound of the guild. When he saw Laxus, he immediately jumped onto the table and shouted at Laxus, Laxus, fight me. Gray said unhappily, this is another candidate for the strongest. Laxus rested his chin on his hand, holding a cigar in his mouth and looking down at Uchiha Zan Yan below and said, it's not just me who saw it, the guy who just joined the guild also saw it just now. Zan Yan. Did you see it just now? Didn't you get hypnosis from Mistgang's magic? Everyone looked at Uchiha Zan Yan in surprise when they heard Laxus' words. My eyes can not only hypnosis, but also rebound hypnosis. Normal hypnosis or illusions don't work on me. But I didn't see what he looked like. He covered his whole body tightly, and I couldn't see anything except his eyes. So amazing. Your eyes are so amazing. Many people couldn't help but envy Zan Yan's Sharingan when they heard that it had this effect. Mistgang is a very shy person, so don't dig too deep. Quote. You can't go up, you're not good enough yet. Aluza stood up and said coldly, what do you mean? The strongest is the strongest, I have no interest in being the strongest, and if he says he is the strongest, then he is the strongest. I also said I am the strongest in the world, do you believe it? Seeing Laxus so arrogant, Natsu was very unhappy. Laxus arrogantly opened his arms and said loudly, what I mean is, lousy is the most fishy. A new person appeared that Lucy had never seen before. I will not give the throne of the strongest in fairy tale to any of you, whether it's Urza, Mistgun, or that uncle, or the newcomer to the guild. But I just can't stand his arrogance. If you can't stand it, work hard to practice or learn more knowledge. Knowledge is power, understand? Zan Yan looked at Natsu in surprise. UB ******** D, come down. I am the strongest. He said he was the strongest in the guild. Advertisement. Chapter 309. Definitely not going. Advertisement. Okay, then I'm ready to accept the challenge. No, you'd better forget it. You're not a strong man yet. Natsu's face fell when he heard this. Aluza looked at Uchiha Zan Yan with admiration. I can't believe you're so open-minded at such a young age. Shouldn't you be competitive at this age? Open-minded, isn't he famous for being petty? Even if a passing dog barked at him, he would think about when to kick the dog. Zan Yan thought about it and came up with the answer. Maybe I'm born kind. Several people were speechless. After spending a few days with Uchiha Zan Yan, they all found that Uchiha Zan Yan was also an extremely unreliable guy. In addition to being extremely confident, he was also extremely narcissistic and had an extremely vague understanding of himself. By the way, what did the president mean by not being able to go to the second floor? Lucy asked curiously. She just saw the president stop Natsu from going to the second floor. She had been in the guild for so long and had never seen anyone go to the second floor. Today was the first time she saw a guild member on the second floor. Obviously, the second floor of the guild was not for casual use. Mira walked over and said, it's too early for you. The tasks on the second floor commission board are not as difficult as those on the first floor. They are all S-level tasks. S-level. Lucy heard something new again, and S-level tasks sounded incredible. Advertisement. A misjudgment in the task can cost your life, but correspondingly, the reward for the task will be very high. Those who can perform S-level tasks must be recognized by the president. There are only 5 qualified people now, including Urza, Laxus and Mistgang. Can Urza go to the second floor too? Lucy looked at Urza. Urza nodded. Yes, it's possible, but the second floor is deserted. I don't like the feeling of being high and mighty and out of tune with the guild. As for the S-level mission, even I don't take it casually. The level 5 mission is also very dangerous for me. As the S-level mission so scary? Yes, it's very scary, but I think Zan Yan can challenge it. Urza looked at Uchiha Zan Yan. Although she hasn't officially fought with Uchiha Zan Yan, just looking at the strength shown by Uchiha Zan Yan, she is definitely above herself. Uchiha Zan Yan shook his head. It's impossible to work. It's impossible to work in this life. Mira warned Lucy. Don't aim for S-level. These are life-threatening jobs. She found that although Lucy, this little girl, was timid, her behavior was very bold. She followed Natsu to fight the powerful Duke before, and then she followed Urza and others to fight the Dark Guild together. 90% of the wizards in the guild have never experienced such an experience. That's true. Lucy smiled. She cherished her life very much. She was only 17 years old and had a good youth to squander. She felt that she had enough experience just after joining the guild. She didn't want to get involved in other dangerous things. The goal now was to find a suitable job and earn enough rent. When she became stronger, she would do more difficult and rewarding tasks. With such accumulation bit by bit, one day, she would become a nationally famous beauty wizard. Yoshi, work hard from tomorrow. Lucy opened the door of her house with a yearning for a better life. You're back, oh. As soon as Lucy opened the door, she saw Natsu training in her hut with his upper body naked, and his sweat wet her floor. Ah. Lucy jumped up and stepped on Natsu's belly. It stinks. If you want to train your muscles, why don't you go to your own home? What are you talking about? We are not in the same team. This is for you. Natsu took out a dumbbell and handed it to Lucy. You like pink ones, right? I am not interested in dumbbells at all. Natsu seemed not to hear and started training on his own. Zanyan is right. If you want to become a strong man, you have to practice hard. I have made up my mind. To defeat Urza, Laxus and Uchiha Zanyan, I must have stronger power. I also want to be a person who is challenged by others. I will practice hard and surprise everyone like Uchiha. Asterisk asterisk. Isa, Lucy wailed. It has nothing to do with me. Go home quickly. Today is the first day of training. Someone come to save me. Advertisement. At this time, Natsu suddenly stopped. I have decided. I am going to do an S-level mission. Happy also took out an S-level mission commission sheet. Lucy was frightened. What's going on? Can't we just go up to the second floor? Happy said. I just took it. Thieving cat. Lucy's body couldn't help but tremble. This little cat was too brave. Natsu put on his clothes. This is the first time we do an S-level mission. We took the cheapest one. Even so, the reward is 7 million J. No, we are not qualified to do S-level missions. Even Urza said that she can't guarantee the completion of S-level missions. She was just warned by Miss Mira not long ago that S-level missions are life-threatening missions, not something a newbie like her can touch. Yes, even Urza can't ensure the completion of the mission. If I succeed this time, Nicholas will recognize my strength. Didn't you say before that you would work hard to practice and stun everyone again? Why are you going to do the mission in the blink of an eye? You are too impatient. Natsu argued. Doing the mission is also a practice. Happy also agreed. Love. Really, you have been messing around like this, at least abide by the rules and regulations of your own guild. If this happens, I will never be able to do the level 5 mission. Weren't you still full of confidence before? Now you give up like this. Anyway, I won't go, you two can do whatever you want. Every time I go out with Natsu, nothing good happens. This time, it sounds very dangerous. Whoever wants to go can go, she will definitely not go with. Advertisement. Chapter 310 S-level mission. Advertisement. The mission is called, Please Save Our Island. Let's go and see it together. Island. Lucy was a little curious. The cursed laughed, Karna Island. Curse. I will never go. Lucy was most afraid of curses. Curses were invisible and intangible and could not be prevented. If she was cursed into an ugly monster, wouldn't her beauty and figure be wasted? I'll give you half of the fish, let's go together. Not interested at all. Tisk. Okay, let's go. Love. Seeing that Lucy couldn't be persuaded, Natsu and Happy were not interested in persuading her anymore and climbed out of the window. You guys get out of the door. Hey, Natsu and 660. Happy left, and Lucy sighed. Natsu was too much of a mess. S-level missions were so dangerous that they couldn't be done casually. Let's tell the guild about this tomorrow. Natsu can't mess around. When Lucy was about to clean up her house and take a rest, she suddenly noticed a piece of paper on the ground. Isn't this a task commission? These two guys didn't take this paper away. Doesn't this mean I stole it? What should I do? Suddenly, Lucy noticed the commission reward. Reward 7 million plus golden key. Lucy was a little excited when she saw it, and quickly picked it up and looked at it carefully. Really? I can get the key of the zodiac. She is a celestial spirit wizard. For a celestial spirit wizard, the key of the zodiac is the highest level key. There are only 12 of them in the world, which are very rare and precious. With almost no hesitation, Lucy made her decision. Advertisement. Natsu. Happy. Wait for me. Early the next morning. Mira was recording and sorting out the commissions. How many commissions will the guild receive every day, and how many people have done what tasks? These commissions need to be recorded and sorted out every day to prevent the loss of tasks and communicate with the client in time. Just when Mira sorted to the second floor, her face suddenly changed. There was obviously one less commission on the second floor. Oops. Mira hurried down from the second floor. President, there is one less commission on the second floor. Exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark. Everyone in the guild was stunned. Laxus said leisurely on the second floor. Last night I saw a cat stealthily tear it away, and the cat still had wings, it was amazing. During his time in the Fairy Tail Guild, he has mastered all the basic principles of magic. As long as he has magic power and uses his Sharingan, he can even copy magic. However, more advanced magic still requires the guidance of a master. Laxus laughed gloatingly. He also had a rough judgment in his mind. Although he was not an S-class wizard of the Fairy Tail Guild, the opponent's strength was definitely S-class, so he would subconsciously regard Uchiha Zanyan as a potential opponent on the road to the strongest of his guild. Makarov saw Uchiha Zanyan who was quietly reading a magic book in the corner, and his eyes lit up immediately. Although Uchiha Zanyan was a newcomer who had just joined the guild not long ago. Laxus refused directly. What a joke, I have to start working now. A wizard who can't clean up his own troubles is not worthy of staying in our guild. Isn't that what you said? Right. Of course, this was just a potential opponent. He did not think that his strength was inferior to that of a newcomer, especially since this newcomer looked young and was about the same age as the newly joined Lucy. He was so young but had such strong strength. The guild was also quiet. The Devil's Island is very famous. It is said that there are demons living on that island. Demons are very scary creatures. Question mark. QG. Plus. Percent. Oops. Which piece of paper is missing? Harpy. This is like when he was learning ninjutsu. Although Sharingan can copy ninjutsu, he still deliberately looked for his own ninjutsu teacher, Orochimaru, one of the legendary Sannin. Laxus frowned. Although he had not seen Uchiha Zanyan's strength, he had heard a lot about Uchiha Zanyan in the past few days. Hearing Laxus's argument, Laxus' attitude of not taking his companions' lives seriously made Mira very angry. Advertisement. Mira angrily questioned Laxus. Laxus, you clearly knew the consequences, why didn't you stop them? Quote. Okay, but he easily controlled Natsu, and his strength was absolutely super S level. What are those idiots thinking? They just went to perform S level missions casually. Laxus, go and bring them back to me. No problem, but President, if I bring Natsu and the others back, you must teach me magic in person. Everyone immediately guessed that it was Natsu who asked Harpy to steal the S level commission. The key is that your strength is so strong, and you still want to learn magic so much. I am willing to teach you, but you have no magic power. Can you learn it? That means Natsu and Lucy are also involved. Suddenly. Zanyan, go and bring Natsu back. Harpy is the only kitten in the guild who can use wing magic. Learning magic naturally requires looking for a magic teacher, Makarov, one of the 10 holy mages. Makarov's face changed drastically. It's the Devil's Island. Makarov knew that Uchiha Zanyan was almost obsessed with learning magic. This is a serious violation of the rules of our guild. When they come back, they will be expelled from the guild, right, old man? Then again, if they want to do S-level missions with such a mediocre skill, I'm afraid they won't be able to come back, ha 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 ha. Laxus argued. I only saw a gust of wind blowing, and a cat tore a piece of paper and ran away. How do I know it was a harpy, and how do I know that Natsu was going to do an S-level mission? Yo, I haven't seen you look like this for a long time. Uchiha Zanyan smiled. He had no magic power and could not use magic for the time being, but it did not mean that he could not learn it. Teach. As long as you are willing to go, I will. The Cursed Island, Karna Island. Quote. Advertisement. Chapter 311 Devil's Island. Advertisement. At this time, Makarov seemed to think of something and said, well, wait, since you are going there, don't go in vain, and complete the task at the same time. What? Everyone in the guild was shocked. That was a task that only S-class wizards in the guild could do. The president actually let Uchiha Zanyan do it. Does the president trust Uchiha Zanyan's strength so much? Everyone in the guild only heard that Uchiha Zanyan was very powerful. The only thing they had really seen was that Uchiha Zanyan defeated Natsu. They had no idea what Uchiha Zanyan's specific strength was. Wait, old man, this is not in line with the rules of the guild. S-class mission commissions can only be accepted by S-class, right? Why let a guy who is not even S-class do an S-class mission? Laxus's face changed immediately, and his originally gloating expression suddenly became ugly. Uchiha Zanyan has the strength of an S-class wizard. I think he can complete the task smoothly. S-class tasks always need people to complete them. They can't just be left there and ignored, right? Laxus gritted his teeth and said, old man, is this what you call the rules of the guild? Rules are dead, but people are alive. They can be flexible under certain circumstances. If you bring Natsu back, you can also complete this task. Makarov found a reason for his statement. The fundamental reason was that he wanted Uchiha Zanyan to complete the task by the way. This kid hasn't done a single task since he came to the guild. This is the first time he has seen such a lazy guy. He can't help but force this stinky boy. Humph. Laxus snorted and turned away. The next day, Harjan Port. Wow, I miss it so much. This is where we first met. Didn't this happen not long ago? Grandma Lucy. Let's find a boat to Karna Island first. Boat. No, don't we swim over there. Natsu was shocked when he heard this. He knew the pain of seasickness very well. He definitely didn't want to experience it a second time after the first time. Your idea is unreliable, right? The two began to ask at the port, but all the boatmen avoided Karna Island when they heard about it. They all made a living on the sea and had heard of the name of Karna Island. The Cursed Island, the Island of Demons, is said to have demons living on the island, and it seems that there are quite a few people who have seen them. Even the lawless pirates avoid the island. What should I do? Lucy was a little discouraged. No boatman was willing to go to Karna Island. If they couldn't reach Karna Island, their mission would not be completed. Okay, then we'll swim over there. Love. Natsu was not worried at all, but was very excited. For him, swimming was more comfortable than seasickness. Advertisement. Don't say that kind of nonsense again. This is the sea. It's not a small river. How can you swim over there? At this time, a boatman asked, why are you going to Karna Island? It's a cursed island. We are the wizards of Fairy Tale, and we are here to undo the curse of that island. The wizards of Fairy Tale. In that case, come on board, I'll take you to Karna Island. Really? Natsu and Lucy were immediately surprised, and the two of them and the cat quickly got on the boat. The boatman rowed the boat towards Karna Island. As soon as the boat started, Natsu got seasick. Lucy asked curiously, Uncle, you refused to drive the boat before, why are you willing to send us there now? My name is Bobo. I used to be a resident of that island. I later escaped from that dreaded island. Lucy didn't expect to meet the residents of Karna Island so soon. Happy asked, Excuse me, what is that curse? Disaster will also befall you. If you go to that island, this is a curse. Can you really break that curse? Break that devil's curse. The boatman's arm suddenly turned into a devil's arm, which scared Lucy and Happy. Noon. Harujan Port. Why do I have to come with you? Gray complained. Yesterday, when Uchiha Zanyan was about to leave, Makarov seemed to be a little worried. Although Uchiha Zanyan was very strong, it was his first mission after all. Finally, Makarov found a helper for Uchiha Zanyan, that is, Gray, and asked Uchiha Zanyan and Gray to go together, so that he could feel more at ease. Advertisement. This is the decision of the old man, and you also want to do the S-level mission, don't you? Uchiha Zanyan had seen through Gray's mind a long time ago. DB. Gray was really excited when he heard Makarov asked him and Uchiha Zanyan to do the S-level mission together. After all, this is an S-level mission. Gray changed the subject and said, Let's ask if there are any boatmen who have seen Natsu and Lucy. The two came to the dock and asked a little bit to know that Natsu and Lucy had indeed been here in the morning. After all, the characteristics of the two people are very obvious, one has blinking sakura-colored hair, the other is a blonde girl, and there is a blue kitten. They have already gone to Karna Island, let's hurry over. The two asked the boatman, and the answer they got was the same as Natsu and the others. No boatman was willing to go to Karna Island. What should I do? Gray was also a little helpless. Forget it, I'll do it. Quote. As soon as Uchiha Zanyan opened his mouth, the boatman refused and said, I will never go to Karna Island anyway. No, you want to go to Karna Island. Uchiha Zanyan opened the Sharingan and directly launched the illusion. The boatman was instantly controlled by the illusion. Yes, I want to go to Karna Island. Okay, it's done, get on the boat. Gray asked curiously, how did you do it? Nothing, just use illusion to directly control him. He was going to have a good discussion with him, but since the other party was so determined, don't blame him for being rude. Gray was speechless. He felt that Urza and Natsu were already messing around enough, but they seemed to be a little worse than Uchiha Zanyan. Advertisement. Chapter 312 Curse. Advertisement. Natsu, Lucy and Happy have arrived at the village of the mission client. There is a sign prohibiting entry on the village gate. Is anyone there? Can you open the door? Lucy shouted. Seeing no response, Natsu said, break the door. No. At this time, two figures appeared above. Who are you? We are wizards from Fairy Tale. We came here because of the commission. Fairy Tale. Wait a minute, let's go call the village chief. The gate slowly rose, and Natsu and Lucy walked into the village. Lucy said happily, great. Everything went well. It would be great if the mission could be completed smoothly. The village chief brought people to Natsu and Lucy and said, You are finally here, wizards, we won't talk nonsense, let's show you this, everyone take off the cloth. All the villagers took off the cloth, and almost everyone's body part turned into the appearance of a demon's limbs. Quote. Lucy couldn't help swallowing her saliva when she saw this scene. Surprising, right? All creatures on this island, including dogs and birds, have been cursed. The reason we became like this is related to the magic of the moon. This island has been accumulating the light of the moon since ancient times, and the entire island is as dazzling as the moon. But, a few years ago, the moonlight suddenly turned purple. Natsu said in surprise, purple. I've never seen a moon like this. People outside say so, but on this island, the moon turns purple, and when the moon appears, our appearance will change. Happy pointed to the drifting clouds and shouted, the moon is out. Lucy and Natsu looked up and saw a purple moon hanging in the sky. It's really purple. Backquote. At this time, all the villagers were illuminated by the moonlight and all wailed in pain, and then everyone's appearance changed dramatically. In a blink of an eye, all the villagers, who originally only had part of the demon limbs, suddenly turned into a complete demon form. Advertisement. Lucy, Natsu and Happy were all a little shocked when they saw this scene. I'm sorry to scare you. When the purple moon appears, we will become so ugly. This is the curse of the moon. OSOSOSOS. Many demon villagers couldn't help crying. In the morning, everyone will return to their original appearance, but some of them can't change back even if their hearts are devoured. People whose hearts are devoured have become real demons. We can only kill them. Natsu couldn't believe it. Just because they can't change back to their original appearance, they will be killed. If we leave it alone, everyone will be killed by him. Even if we lock him up, he will break the cage. Quote. I had no choice but to kill my own son. His heart was devoured by the devil. The village chief took out a photo with tears in his eyes. Natsu and Lucy were shocked when they saw the man in the photo. Isn't this the boatman who brought them here? Is that uncle a ghost? That's why we entrusted a powerful wizard to save this island. If we continue like this, we will all be devoured by the devil. Looking at all the villagers in pain, Natsu shouted loudly with a serious face, I will never allow this to happen. Natsu's hand also ignited with flames, ready to fight Gray. Natsu and Gray were really angry, and neither of them planned to stop. Gray condensed the freezing magic in his hand. The president has spoken, even if he pulls you back. Don't cry if you get hurt. Gray, Natsu and Lucy were also terrified when they thought of Urza. Natsu and Lucy froze when they heard this voice. Happy hid behind Uchiha Zanyan and looked at Natsu and Lucy as if I was forced. Suddenly, a voice sounded and said, "No, this mission has been taken over by Zanyan and me." Quote. "Zanyan, save me. I was forced by the two of them." Uchiha Zanyan's voice sounded faintly. "Stop it." Advertisement. Natsu, Lucy, and Happy were all shocked. They thought they were keeping it a secret. Natsu thought they would not be discovered if they completed the mission and came back secretly. Gray couldn't help but tremble when he thought of that scene. A terrifying conqueror's haki burst out from Uchiha Zanyan's body. Yes, I will never allow this to happen. Turning around and looking back, they saw that Uchiha Zanyan and Gray had come to the village without knowing when. Rain. At this point, he would be very unwilling not to do the S-level mission. Even if he went back and was beaten half to death by Urza, he would do this mission. What do you mean by snatching your mission? It was the old man who asked us to do this mission. We are the ones who actually accepted the mission. You are the mean one. It's still not too late for you to go back now. If Urza finds out, you will. Natsu was going to be a rogue. Why are you here? Want to fight? Come on. Zanyan, when you stole the mission sheet, Laxus found Happy, but he didn't make it public. Laxus has forced the old man to expel you from the guild on the grounds that you violated the guild rules. No, I must do the S-level mission. I will never give you this mission no matter what. Wow, have you been discovered? What? Lucy immediately complained. Traitors. Lucy was a little confused. She finally joined Fairy Tail. It has only been a month. Is she going to be expelled from the guild? Expelled from the guild. Zanyan, Gray, you are so mean, you actually snatched my mission. Uchiha Zanyan frowned. Gray said, the old man asked us to take you back. Advertisement. Chapter 313 Fear. Advertisement. Boom. The powerful conqueror's haki shook the whole village, and cracks appeared on the village walls. Gray and Natsu were even more silent, and they felt a great fear from the bottom of their hearts. The magic in their hands disappeared instantly. Bang bang bang. Many people in the village fainted on the ground with foam at the mouth. Gray and Natsu looked at Uchiha Zanyan in horror. Uchiha Zanyan said lightly, I don't like people not listening when I speak. Gray and Natsu nodded frantically immediately. The two felt that Uchiha Zanyan was so terrifying at the moment, and it was even more terrifying than Urza. It felt like two powerless people encountered a terrifying dragon. At this moment, in the eyes of the two, Uchiha Zanyan was the terrifying dragon. Very good. Uchiha Zanyan put away Conqueror's haki, and the two dared to breathe. They sat on the ground, their hearts pounding, and cold sweat on their foreheads. Quote. 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 What happened to them? The two noticed that except for them, everyone else fell to the ground. It's okay, they just fainted because they couldn't bear my Conqueror's haki 067. Conqueror's haki. One of my common magic. They were all confused. How many common magics did Uchiha Zanyan have? Are these common magics too perverted? After a while, well, what happened to us? Advertisement. Lucy opened her eyes and was a little confused. She didn't know what happened just now, but seeing Natsu and Gray being honest in front of Uchiha, she felt that something had happened. Soon, the villagers woke up one after another, and they didn't know what happened, but it seemed that the two wizards who were about to fight just now seemed to be honest now. Village chief, no matter what happens, this mission is the next one for our fairy tale, and we will definitely complete the next mission of fairy tale. Please tell us what you think about this curse. Yes, Mr. Wizard, we have become like this because of the magic of this purple moon, and our hearts have been devoured gradually, so there is only one way to break this curse. That is, destroy this moon. Quote. 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 Lucy and the others were all dumbfounded when they heard what the village chief said. Are the S-level missions so difficult? Uchiha Zanyan said lightly, destroy the moon. I know. It was getting late now, and several people were arranged in a house. The more I look at this moon, the thinner it gets. Happy lay on the window and looked at the moon outside. Lucy said, Happy, close the window quickly, have you forgotten what the village chief said? If we stay in the moonlight for too long, we will become demons. Anyway, this is too tricky. Quote. That's right, they actually want to destroy the moon. Natsu and Gray looked at the moon in the sky and began to think about how to lift the curse. After Zanyan's decision, Natsu and Lucy temporarily followed Zanyan and the others, and returned to the guild together after completing the mission. Natsu and Lucy were naturally very happy. Natsu was happy that he could finally continue to do S-level missions, and Lucy was happy that she would be able to get the key to the Zodiac after completing the mission. Lucy asked Zanyan, Zanyan, do you really want to destroy the moon? Of course. No, but their commission is to destroy the moon. If they can't do it, won't it damage the reputation of Fairy Tail? They just asked to lift the curse. Destroying the moon can lift the curse is just their idea. If the mission commission is to destroy the moon, it is not an S-level mission. Let alone 7 million, even if it is 70 billion, who do you think will take it? Then how to lift the curse? Zan Yan, do you have any ideas? Uchiha Zan Yan's mouth curled up. Don't you want to do an S-level mission? Then use your brains and think carefully. I'll give you 1 day. I'll lift the curse tomorrow night and return to Fairy Tail the day after tomorrow morning. Advertisement. What? The 3 people and 1 cat were all shocked. Gray asked in disbelief. Zan Yan. Do you already know how to lift the curse? Uchiha Zan Yan smiled faintly. Yes. Not only do I know how to lift the curse, I also know the truth about the curse. How is it possible? The 3 people and 1 cat were dumbfounded. It was obvious that Zan Yan was not joking. Have you encountered such a curse before? Several people thought about it and it seemed that this was the only reason. No. Then how did you know it so quickly? Maybe I'm a hardworking person. Quote. Uchiha Zan Yan finished speaking and lay down to rest. He had said everything he should say. If you want to remove the curse, you should study hard on your own. The next morning, after Uchiha Zan Yan got up, Natsu and Gray were both sleepy and listless, as if they had not woken up at all. It's so early. Isn't it still very early now? It's all because of you guys that I can't sleep. Let's go. Cat, get up. Love. Because of what Uchiha Zan Yan said, the 3 people discussed it all night but couldn't come up with anything. Finally, they decided to explore the island carefully tomorrow morning. Natsu and Gray fell asleep as soon as they lay down, but Lucy couldn't sleep. It was the first time she slept with 3 men. These 3 men were a pervert, a monster, and a pervert monster. She was the only ordinary person. It's so early. Is it because there are demons around that you can't sleep? During the day, these villagers really return to their normal human appearance. No, don't worry about it. We just plan to explore this island carefully. Quote. Since the moonlight on this island turned purple 3 years ago, it must be caused by some changes on the island 3 years ago. They have all seen the moon before. It is still white outside, but it is purple here. The moon is still the same moon. There is nothing wrong with the moon, but there is something wrong with this island. Advertisement. Chapter 314 This is Love. Advertisement. Lucy and the other 2 told Uchiha Zan Yan about their guesses. As expected, 3 heads are better than 1. You guessed right. It's not the moon's problem, but the island's problem. Yeah, the 3 people clapped their hands happily when they heard Uchiha Zan Yan's affirmative answer. It's an S-level mission. I'm so excited. If you curse, I'll freeze it. Natsu and Gray felt that they were 1 step closer to becoming S-level wizards, and their confidence swelled. At this time, rumble. A sound came from the forest. Huh, what? Swish. A huge rat wearing a maid costume, more than 10 meters tall, suddenly appeared. Rat. So big. Several people were shocked when they saw the huge rat. The rat puffed up its cheeks, as if it was about to spit out something. Use my ice shield. Then, smoke blew out of the rat's mouth. It stinks. Why does it stink so bad? Run away. Several people covered their noses and ran away quickly, and the big rat kept chasing them. Tisk. Open hollow corner bracket ice make floor close hollow corner bracket. Gray saw that being chased was no use, so he pressed his palms on the ground, and the ground was instantly frozen, and a smooth layer of ice appeared. The big rat slipped on the ice and fell to the ground. Well done. Lucy noticed something and said, Hey, look, there is a building. Let's go in now. Beat it now. Natsu and Gray beat the fallen big rat. After a while, several people entered the remnant together. Advertisement. Wow, it's so big. It's so broken. This is a very tall hall, which once seemed to be a huge palace. But now there are broken walls and ruins everywhere, many pillars are broken, and many trees have even broken through the ground and grown into big trees. What era is this thing from? Uchiha Zan Yan said. Just looking at the degree of damage to this ruins, it has a history of at least 200 years. Look, there are moon-like patterns here. Natsu looked up and found that there were moon patterns everywhere on the wall. Wasn't this island called the Moon Island before? Moon Island, Moon Curse, Moon Chapter, this ruins always feels strange, maybe it is directly related to the curse suffered by the villagers, maybe there was a big demon sealed here, and it was released because the ruins were abandoned, so it wants to turn all the creatures on the entire island into demons. Lucy's little head began to fill in the blanks. Zan Yan complained. Are you writing a novel? It seems that she guessed wrong. Seeing Zan Yan complaining, Lucy knew that she might have guessed wrong. This place looks very broken, is the ground really solid? Natsu stepped on the floor with curiosity. Wait, stop stepping, this place doesn't look solid. Crack. The floor suddenly broke into a big hole, and several people fell down. You idiot. Zan Yan, save me. Lucy shouted. Uchiha Zan Yan appeared beside Lucy and held her with his hand. Uchiha Zan Yan appeared like a hero, and with his handsome face, Lucy couldn't help but feel excited. If she had such a powerful boyfriend, she would definitely feel safe. Uchiha Zan Yan didn't expect that the girl in his arms would think so much in an instant. He just instinctively caught Lucy. Crashed. Natsu got out of the rubble. Hey, is everyone okay? Why do you always act without considering the consequences? Oh. At this time, there was a sound. Gray shouted in panic. Impossible. How could Deliora be here? Impossible. Absolutely impossible. What is this? Advertisement. Gray's face changed drastically and he shouted the name of the monster. The things he creates often cause tragic disasters, so he is called the most vicious black magician in history. Oh, Zirf, a demon-like magic genius, has no one to match his magic talent, but this guy is a little unreliable. Shirley said with a sincere and sad expression, it's not a mouse. Angelica is a hunter running in the dark. This is I Jong. But this guy is unaware of what he has done. Deliora. Natsu suddenly screamed. The greatest evil of a human form is that he does not know that he is evil at all. It's exactly the same as that time. How did it get here? It seems that someone is talking here. Quote. In the big hole, a huge monster was frozen in the ice. Natsu looked at Gray in confusion. Deliora, do you know this thing? Dot 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 dot. I'm so sleepy during the day. Soon, two people, one tall and one short, came over. The tall one was naked from the waist up, and his face looked a bit like a dog, and the other had a very rough beauty. A huge monster is frozen. Hush, someone is coming, hide first. What's wrong? Zero. However, more than 20 years have passed since the incident, and his impression of it has long been a little vague. This thing should be the demon of the Book of Zirf. At this time, a girl with heavy makeup and exaggerated appearance came out. Yuka, Toby, I have to tell you a sad story. Angelica was beaten by someone. Lucy was a little confused. The demon that brings disaster. Lucy couldn't believe it. Could she have guessed right? Uchiha Zanyan saw this huge monster and Gray shouted the name of this monster, and he also had a little impression. Everyone was attracted by Natsu's scream and looked in the direction where Natsu was. Gray got out of the rubble and complained to Natsu. This time, it was because Natsu didn't consider the consequences and went on an S-level mission that led to the current situation. Gray gritted his teeth and looked at the huge monster in front of him, as if he was looking at an enemy with whom he had a deep hatred. Wow, Toby roared and complained. It's just a mouse. Deliora, the demon that brings disaster. Advertisement. Chapter 315. The Temptation of the Mage. Advertisement. Seeing the girl like this, Lucy couldn't help but complain. A weird human has come here. Natsu sniffed the smell. They are not villagers on this island, they smell different. Happy said. And there is no feeling of being cursed. Are there intruders? Yuka suddenly said, which scared Happy and Lucy. They didn't expect to find it so quickly. The big rat was raised by Shirley around here to prevent outsiders from breaking in and ruining their plans. Now the big rat was beaten, obviously caused by a stranger breaking in. We will collect the light of Lord Moon soon. Really, this is such a sad thing. Before Lord Zero knows the money, let's drive them out before Lord Moon, May 13th, appears. Yes, since they have seen Deliora, they can't be allowed to go back. Let the intruders sleep forever. This is love. It's death. It means killing them. The three people had already left to look for the intruders while they were talking. Why should we hide? Can't we just catch them and ask them clearly? Natsu said puzzledly. They were all here, and the other party was only 3 people. It would be easy to just catch them and interrogate them. Lucy said. The time is not right yet. Let's wait and see the situation. This matter seems to be getting more and more complicated. Who are those guys? Those people are obviously not from this island. And what about the demon Deliora? Is it related to the curse? Damn, why did those guys move Deliora here, and how did they find Deliora's sealed place? Single quote. Sealed place. This guy was originally sealed in the ice Yamanaka on Katata Road. 10 years ago, it did all kinds of evil in Ishban, and it was immortal. My master Uru, who taught me magic, sacrificed himself to seal it. Although I don't know what it has to do with the curse of this island, it should never appear in this place. Who is the Zero Emperor? If he wants to tarnish the name of Uru, I will never let him go. Natsu asked. Is this the demon sealed by your master? Yes, I can't be wrong. I know this guy even if he turns to ashes. Gray clenched his fists and gritted his teeth at Deliora. It was Deliora who destroyed his family and killed his master. He and Deliora have an irreconcilable hatred. The curse of the island is not related to this demon, right? Lucy guessed. This is a demon, and the villagers have also become demons. It seems to be related. Advertisement. It is very likely that this demon is still alive. Quote. Okay, in that case, just try to defeat this demon. Natsu was a little excited. As long as he defeated this demon, he might be able to complete the S-level mission. Quote. Tay, Lucy guessed. Maybe they don't know, so they want to try to melt it. Quote. No, wait here until the moon comes out. Uchiha Zanyan took out a magic book and started studying, entering the sage time. Gray, what's going on? Lucy was also a little curious. What Natsu said was right. Chasing after them and asking clearly was the simplest and most direct way. Zanyan, is this monster related to the curse? Huh, if you don't want to tell me, then don't tell me. How stingy. Zanyan stingy. Is this seal so easy to melt? It's very simple. We just need to chase the group of people just now. Natsu pointed to a staircase leading to the upper level and said. The moon, it's still daytime now. No, I'll be bored to death. The master cast a magic called absolute freezing on this demon. This ice is not so easy to melt. No matter how strong the flames are, it can't melt it. Obviously, it can't be simply melted. Why do they move it out? Quote. Damn, I don't understand who moved Deliora here and why. After all, which man can refuse to become a wizard? Snap. 4.3 Zan Yan flicked Lucy's forehead lightly with his fingers. It hurts. He is an old hand now, how could he not withstand the little temptation of a little girl like you, but Lucy's figure is really good. Advertisement. Recently, I have been a little obsessed with learning magic. Magic is profound and mysterious. Beauty is not as fun as magic. Gray, you be asterisk 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 D, what are you doing? Natsu immediately refused when he heard this. He came for adventure, and he couldn't stand waiting in one place. Lucy covered her forehead and cried softly. Gray, who calmed down again, still had a very clear mind. He wanted to know what the other party was doing. Lucy asked Uchiha Zan Yan in a clever way, and even rubbed Uchiha Zan Yan's arm with her chest. This was just another small copy for Uchiha Zan Yan. He was doing the task just to be able to become Makarov's apprentice and learn magic from him. Gray asked Uchiha Zan Yan for his opinion. This task was mainly responsible for Uchiha Zan Yan, and he was just sent by the president to assist Zan Yan. Don't you want to be a wizard who can stand on his own? Then use your little brain to think more. Faced with this childhood shadow, Gray has obviously lost his basic calmness and judgment. Fire wizard, stay away from here. What if the ice melts and Deliora wakes up? Lucy said coquettishly. Can't you tell me secretly? Don't worry, I'm very tight-lipped and will never tell Gray and Natsu. Ah, Gray punched Natsu in the face. Lucy made a face at Zan Yan. Damn it, it's rare that someone still has a good impression of you, but you don't even share this little secret with me. Bang. Zan Yan, do you have any objections? Zan Yan smiled. No problem. Whether it's the curse of the island or Deliora, it's all related to the moon. The group of people just now also said that they can collect the moonlight soon. Advertisement. Chapter 316 Ice and Ice. Advertisement. Time passed by bit, and the night gradually fell. Natsu, Lucy and Happy also fell asleep. Gray was still reminiscing, and Zan Yan was still learning magic. Boom. What's that sound? Is it night? Look at the ceiling. It's actually open. At this time, a hole was opened in the ceiling above the cave, and a beam of purple moonlight shone down from the hole, just shining on Deliora. It's no accident that the moonlight shines on Deliora. Let's go and find the source of the light. Several people came up the stairs to the first floor, and the light shone down from the upper floor. Then several people went up the stairs again, all the way to the top. Everyone saw that at the top of the ruins, many people wearing what seemed to be cult costumes were holding some ceremony, chanting this unknown spell, attracting the moonlight from the sky. These guys are really collecting moonlight. What on earth are they trying to do by shining the light on Deliora? Someone else is coming. At this time, several people came over, 3 of whom were the 3 people seen in the underground where Deliora was during the day. Damn, I didn't sleep during the day, and now I'm so sleepy. Oh, in the end, we still didn't find the invaders. This is a sad thing, Lord Lingdi. We found invaders during the day, but they seem to have escaped and couldn't show my love. Quote. The man with the horn mask asked lightly. How is the preparation for Deliora's resurrection going? Advertisement. Surely Kaido. At this rate, it will be either today or tomorrow. It will be soon. There should be no one on this island except for the villages on the edge. Although I don't like bloody scenes, I don't want invaders to come here to make trouble. Go and destroy that village for me. Yes, what? It obviously has nothing to do with the people in the village. Natsu couldn't help but jump out. I can't hide anymore. The invader you are looking for is here. Natsu raised his head and spit out a dazzling flame, attracting the attention of everyone present. That emblem, they are from Fairy Tail. Surely recognize the emblem of the Fairy Tail Guild on Natsu's shoulder. They used to be wizards of regular guilds and were very familiar with the emblems of various guilds. So that's it, the people in the village asked the guild for help. The Fairy Tail Guild appeared here, which means that someone issued a task commission to the Fairy Tail Guild. There is no one else on the entire island except the village on the other side. What are you still doing? Go and clean up the village for me. Quote. Why? Lucy and Natsu were puzzled. They were the invaders, and they had already appeared. Why did these guys want to trouble the villagers in the village? Anyone who hinders or attempts to hinder us is an enemy. What? Natsu was confused by the other party's strange brain circuit. Gray rushed out at this time. Stop this boring ritual in action. Gray pressed his hands on the ground, and a large number of ice cones rose from the ground. The other party waved his hand and pressed his palm on the ground. A magic exactly like Gray appeared, and the ice cubes collided and then cancelled out together. Leon, do you know what you are doing? Long time no see, Lay. Quote. Natsu and Lucy were also a little confused. Gray and the other party actually knew each other, and the two people's magic was the same. Gray yelled at Leon. What are you doing? Uru lost his life to seal Deliora. You are still thinking about destroying the things left by Uru. Leon said lightly. Why did you lose your memory, Gray? Uru was killed by you. Gray's face changed when he heard Leon's words, and his body couldn't help shaking. It's a pity that you can still live shamelessly. You killed Uru. Gray, you don't deserve to call Deli's name. Leon raised his hand and released an ice hammer, which hit Gray directly. Advertisement. Gray was knocked away. Gray. UB********D. Seeing Gray being beaten, Natsu immediately prepared to take action. Wait a minute. Gray stopped Natsu. What are you doing? He was the first to attack. The other party had already attacked first, and was going to attack innocent villagers, which made him feel impatient. Leon looked at Gray and sneered. What's wrong? Can't you attack me because of guilt? Then don't hinder me, I want to revive Deliora. Everything else is fine, but this one is not. Deliora is too powerful, and if she is resurrected, it will cause a terrible disaster. HMPH. Well, let's fight it out. Ice make Big Eagle. Leon raised his hand and released a large number of ice eagles, flying towards several people. Hide behind me. 267. Ice make shield. Gray opened an ice shield. It's a good idea to protect your companions, but shouldn't you make sure you can protect yourself first? Swish, swish, swish. All the ice eagles bypassed the ice and bombarded Gray directly. Advertisement. Chapter 317. One move. Advertisement. Isn't this what Uru taught us? It's easy to lose balance if you use one-handed shape. I'm different. My ability has long surpassed Uru. Don't be so self-righteous. Let me return the original words. Have you hit me once? I'm different from before. Ice spring. Gray pressed his hands on the ground, and a large amount of ice rose from the ground. Crack. Leon used the same magic as Gray with one hand to cancel it out. Same. I'm your senior brother. I'm stronger than you. I can use one-handed shape, but you can't. Although the paths we chose are different, time seems to have frozen in the past, and nothing has changed. Leon opened his palms, and a magic car appeared under Gray's feet. Swish. Woo. An ice dragon rushed out from the ground and knocked Gray away. That's why I want to melt that ice and clear the blocked road. Uru is my goal. Surpassing Uru is my dream. But this dream was taken away by you, and I can never surpass Uru again. So there is only one way. If I can defeat Deliora, which even Uru can't defeat, then I will surpass Uru and my dream will come true. Gray shouted at Leon in disbelief. Are you serious? Is this your real purpose? You should know how terrible Deliora is. Stop it, it's impossible. Leon was furious when he heard this. You asked me to stop, and you said it's impossible. We said the same thing to you at that time, you won't forget it, right? It's because you want to challenge Deliora that Uru will die. You are not qualified to call Uru's name. You disappear. Disappear. Shua. A large amount of ice appeared from under Gray's feet and submerged Gray. Gray. Backquote. Lucy immediately wanted to rush over to help but was pulled by Uchiha Zan Yan. Zan Yan. Go save Gray. This is a fight between their fellow apprentices, we have no right to interfere. After a while, Gray fell like a rag at the feet of Uchiha Zan Yan and Lucy. Gray. UB***********. D. Natsu rushed towards Leon angrily, and suddenly, a cold air surrounded Natsu. What is this? Damn, I can't move. Soon, the cold air condensed, and Natsu was frozen in a lump of ice except for his head, hands and feet. What is this? August. Natsu accidentally fell to the ground like a little turtle and couldn't turn over. Natsu. Advertisement. Zan Yan. Save Natsu. Happy shouted anxiously to Zan Yan. Don't you want to do S-level missions? If I don't let you feel what S-level missions are, will you steal mission commissions next time? Lucy and Happy shook their heads quickly. They never thought they would encounter such danger. Leon looked at Uchiha Zan Yan and said, Are you going to hinder me too? Uchiha Zan Yan shook his head. I have no interest in hindering you, and I don't even care about your brothers fighting. But if you want to attack my client, then it has something to do with me. Humph. That means you want to hinder me, then you disappear together. Ice make white tiger. Leon waved his hand to create a giant ice tiger. Roar. The ice tiger roared and rushed towards Zan Yan. Uchiha Zan Yan clenched his fists. Buzz. The vibration force wrapped around his fists. Then, Zan Yan casually smashed the air in front of him. Exclamation mark quote. Crack, crack. The air shattered. Boom. A terrifying vibration force appeared, and the ice tiger ran to Uchiha Zan Yan. It was shattered in an instant, and the entire ruins shook violently, and large pieces began to shatter and collapse. Leon's face changed, and his hands quickly condensed a hemispherical ice crystal shield in front of him. Crack. This kind of shield made of ice is most restrained by the vibration force. The moment the powerful vibration force hit the ice shield was covered with dense cracks. The ice shield shattered. Wow, wow, wow. Advertisement. Leon screamed, and his body was sent flying. Wow, wow, wow. 2. Wow, wow, wow. Shirley and the other 3, as well as the few people who condensed the magic power of the moon, also fell downwards because of the collapse of the ruins. After a while, everything calmed down and the smoke dissipated. Lucy, Happy, Natsu, and Gray were all stunned by the scene in front of them. Except for the area under Uchiha Zan Yan's feet and behind him, most of the ruins in front of him collapsed. Snap. Uchiha Zan Yan snapped his fingers. Done. Monster. One move, and another move. Before, Uchiha Zan Yan destroyed the Iron Forest Guild with one move, and now Uchiha Zan Yan defeated the enemy that Natsu and Gray had no way to deal with. Although I know that Uchiha Zan Yan is a monster, this is too much of a monster. Crash, crash. Leon got out of the ruins and stood up. Uchiha Zan Yan looked at Leon below and said calmly, It's easier to fall down. I will never let anyone hinder me. My dream is not yet complete. I will never fall down. Open hollow corner bracket ice make ice dragon close hollow corner bracket. Leon created an ice dragon and rushed towards Uchiha Zanyan. Open hollow corner bracket fire style how long fire technique close hollow corner bracket. Uchiha Zanyan made a seal with one hand and spit out a super huge fire dragon from his mouth. The fire dragon and the ice dragon collided. Shish. The huge ice dragon was vaporized by the scorching fire dragon in an instant. Boom. The fire dragon vaporized the ice dragon and hit the ruins, causing a terrifying explosion. Boom. Leon screamed and was blown away by the impact of the explosion. The impact of the explosion blew a huge hole in the ruins, exposing Deliora to the ground. Advertisement. Chapter 318 Amaterasu. Advertisement. Deliora. Everyone also saw Deliora. Gray finally breathed a sigh of relief when he saw this scene. Although he didn't stop it, it was good to prevent Deliora from resurrecting. Zanyan. Thank you. If Deliora is resurrected, the consequences will be disastrous. Uchiha Zanyan looked at Gray and said, Gray, you are very afraid of Deliora. After hearing what Uchiha Zanyan said, Gray was silent for a while, and said, Deliora is too scary. My teacher Uru is so powerful, but he can't do anything to Deliora. Do you hate Deliora? Hate. Of course I hate. Deliora killed his parents and all his relatives, and his teacher Uru died to seal Deliora. How could he not hate him? Even now, seeing Deliora frozen in ice, he hated it very much, because his family and teacher were dead, but this guy was still alive. Then I'll help you kill it. Gray's face changed drastically when he heard Uchiha Zanyan's words. No. You don't know how terrible this monster is. Quote. Then do you know how terrible my 967 is? Although Gray didn't know how terrible Uchiha Zanyan's strength was, just from what he saw, Feng Zia's strength is definitely stronger than his teacher Uru. Even teacher Uru couldn't easily defeat Leon with one blow. But even so, he didn't think Uchiha Zanyan could defeat Deliora. The fear that Deliora brought to him was incomparable to anything else. Zanyan asked lightly, do you know the best way to overcome fear? Lucy replied, face fear. Advertisement. No, there is an old saying that all fear comes from insufficient firepower. As long as you are strong enough and have enough firepower, you will be fearless in dealing with everything. The reason you feel fear is because he thinks he is not the opponent of that monster. This monster has left an impression of invincibility in your heart. When you think of it, you will be afraid from the bottom of your heart. Deliora has become the demon in your heart. If you don't get rid of it completely, you will live in its nightmare forever. Gray did not deny that he had woken up from Deliora's nightmare countless times, so he was so out of control when he saw Deliora appear. Let me completely eliminate the shadow in your heart. Uchiha Zanyan opened Mangekyo Sharingan and focused his eyes on Deliora below. A powerful black flame surrounded Deliora's ice. Fire. Black fire. Everyone was surprised to see the flame appear on the ice that sealed Deliora. What kind of flame is this? It's actually black. Lucy asked with wide eyes. Natsu was also a little excited and curious. Black fire. I wonder what it tastes like. This is the eye technique attached to my Sharingan, called Amaterasu. You can devour other people's flames, but don't devour the fire of Amaterasu. Amaterasu is not an ordinary flame. It will not disappear until the target is burned out, no matter if it is water or ice. Gray said. No, absolute ice will never. Quote. Happy suddenly shouted. Shrinking. What? Advertisement. Several people looked at the ice and saw that the ice that sealed the monster was shrinking at a speed visible to the naked eye. This is impossible. Gray's eyes widened in disbelief. Absolute ice is a magic that will never melt, but now it is melting at a speed visible to the naked eye under the black flame. After a while, all the ice melted. It's melted. Gray's face changed drastically. Oh no. Deliora is coming back to life. Leon saw the ice on Deliora's body melted by the flames, and struggled to stand up. Finally, I see you again, Deliora, Uru. The only monster that has not been defeated. Now, it's up to me to defeat it. I will surpass it now. Gray rushed out directly, posing in an absolutely frozen posture. This is the only way to stop it now. This is the only way. Amaterasu burned and eventually turned into ashes. Even when the black flames fell on the incombustible rocks, they were still burning. What a domineering flame. What a domineering flame. Several people were terrified when they saw this. This flame was so domineering that even Natsu, who could swallow flames, dared not open his mouth. Quote. 583. Gray and Leon stared blankly at the place where Deliora was burned. Both of them had witnessed Deliora's strength and horror when they were young. Even their master, Uru, was helpless with Deliora, but he was burned to death so easily. This process was so simple that it made people feel unreal, as if a terrifying monster was burned to death by just lighting a fire. 7018. Lucy shuddered involuntarily. Although Uchiha Zanyan's vibration force was very terrifying, but this black flame silently burned a powerful monster to death so easily, giving people another kind of horror. Deliora is dead. I have no chance. I have no chance to surpass Uru. Looking at this scene in front of him, Leon couldn't tell what he felt in his heart. There was the pleasure of revenge, and the unwillingness of not being able to surpass Uru. Advertisement. Chapter 319 Destroying the Moon. Advertisement. Deliora is dead. Great. Deliora is finally dead. Our family's revenge is finally avenged. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. All those who were wearing what looked like cult clothing took off their clothes and revealed their appearance underneath. There were men, women, young and old. They didn't look like cult members at all. They looked like ordinary people. Everyone was so excited that they cried and knelt in front of Uchiha Zanyan to kowtow to Uchiha Zanyan, thank him. This scene was a bit confusing for Lucy and Natsu. Shirley said, "Our family was killed by Deliora. When we heard that Lord Zero was going to defeat Deliora, we came to help him. Leon can defeat Deliora, so that we can get revenge." Natsu and Lucy widened their eyes when they heard this. They didn't expect it to be such a reason. Looking at Deliora who died in pain and turned into ashes, Gray couldn't stop the tears from the corners of his eyes. Deliora finally died, and the revenge of his parents and master was finally avenged. What Leon said was right. He killed his master Uru. He has been living in self-blame and torment for these years. It was because of him that the teacher died. If he hadn't heard the news about Deliora and insisted on challenging Deliora despite the dissuasion of the teacher and Leon, the teacher would not have died to save him. Parents and teachers all died because of his mess, so he especially hated Natsu's mess, because when he saw Natsu's mess, he seemed to see his former self. He also wanted to kill Deliora like Leon to avenge Uru, but he didn't dare, I don't even have the courage to fight against Deliora. Leon, I'm sorry, I killed him. Gray came behind Leon and said. Do you want to show off to me? Show off that your companion easily killed Deliora, who even Uru couldn't defeat. Advertisement. No, what I want to say is that I have regretted all the time in the past 10 years. I killed Uru because of my impulsiveness and disobedience. You can beat or kill him as you like. Leon was silent for a while after hearing Gray's words and said, what's the point of you saying this now? Uru is dead, and I can never surpass Uru again. Deliora is dead. Although he didn't kill her himself, Leon's heart has been relieved, especially when he saw Deliora's painful appearance before his death, which gave him a sense of revenge. And at that time, Gray was still young and immature, so his impulse was naturally understandable. At this time, Uchiha Zanyan walked over, and Leon's heart immediately became nervous. In the past, he thought that Ulu was the most powerful wizard, and he had always aimed to surpass Ulu. Until today, when he saw Uchiha Zanyan, whether it was Uchiha Zanyan's terrifying punch or the fire dragon just now, they were all too strong. Especially the last flame, which could even melt the absolutely frozen magic, it was too overbearing. Leon's nervous mood was slightly relieved. You should also find a guild to join, where there are companions and opponents, and you will definitely find new targets. Soon, several people returned to the village, and then saw that all the villagers in the village still looked like demons. Stop talking nonsense. Let's go. So what I said before still counts, you actually still have a chance to complete the S-level mission. It's best to be safe. And completing the mission is also a good thing for those villagers. Uchiha Zanyan smiled at the village chief. Don't worry, it's now, go and destroy it. How is it possible? Thanks to Uchiha Zanyan, otherwise they might have been killed now. Isn't it that demon that caused the villagers to become demons? Damn it, I almost completed the task, but Zanyan got there first. Quote. Lucy asked with wide eyes. The village chief brought all the villagers to several people. Master Wizard, when are you going to destroy the moon? Advertisement. The things here have nothing to do with them anymore, so it's time to leave. 0. Several people walked towards the village together. Leon said to Gray unhappily, what are you looking at? Uchiha Zanyan spread his hands and said, I never said that the curse of the villagers here is related to Deliora. At this time, Gray stopped and looked at Leon. Lucy couldn't answer. Are we really going to destroy the moon? Really? The curse is really not lifted. What? Several people looked at Uchiha Zanyan in surprise. If he could defeat that monster, he could complete the mission, and then return to the guild and maybe go to the second floor, and then fight with Laxus. Lucy was very fortunate. She didn't expect to encounter a wizard as powerful as Leon in the S-level mission, and there was also that huge monster. If she had known that the S-level mission would be so dangerous, she would not have come. Just now, Natsu was a little unwilling. He came here to do the S-level mission. He didn't expect to encounter a guy like Leon and that monster. He was so easily burned to death by Uchiha Zanyan with fire. Natsu looked up at the sky, and there was a purple full moon hanging in the sky. The moon was still purple, so the curse of the moon has not been lifted yet. Uchiha Zanyan chuckled. Who said the mission has been completed? The opponent was so powerful that he had no power to resist. This was the strongest wizard he had ever seen. Uchiha Zanyan looked at Leon and said, this time, because you are Brother Gray, I will not care about your intention to attack my client. Let's go. Quote. Looking at the other party's young appearance, he couldn't believe that such a young man actually had such terrifying power. He was simply a monster. Then how to lift the curse. Advertisement. Chapter 320 Shattering the Sky. Advertisement. Hey, Zanyan, do you know what you are saying? No matter how strong you are, it is impossible to destroy the moon, right? Love, although Uchiha Zanyan's strength is very terrifying, it is unlikely to destroy the moon, right? But they are not sure about this. After all, the strength shown by Uchiha Zanyan is too much. Want to destroy the moon? How to destroy it? Burn it. Sure enough, the way to remove the curse is to destroy the moon. Natsu was excited when he heard that Uchiha Zanyan wanted to destroy the moon. In fact, it is not that troublesome. It is actually very simple to destroy the moon. Buzz. Uchiha Zanyan clenched his fist, and the vibration force wrapped around his fist, forming a white transparent mist-light shield. Seeing this move, Lucy and others couldn't help but take a step back. Zanyan, I know your vibration force is very strong, but it is impossible to attack the moon here. Uchiha Zanyan hit the moon in the sky with force. Exclamation mark quote. Crack, crack, the air was shattered like a mirror. The strong shock wave rushed straight to the sky. Boom. The whole sky was like glass with dense cracks. What? The sky is broken. Everyone couldn't help but scream in horror when they saw this scene. Didn't they say that only the moon was broken? How come the sky was broken? Is the sky going to collapse? Who? Advertisement. The sky was completely broken, and it turned into fragments and fell to the ground. A beam of gentle white moonlight hit the ground. What? This is. What's going on here? Uchiha Zanyan smiled and explained. The principle is very simple. Since the moon we see outside has not changed, and the moon on the island is purple, then it must be a problem with this island. Quote. If I guess correctly, it should be that Leon and others condensed moonlight every night for the past 3 years, resulting in moonlight crystals appearing above the air. The moonlight shines on the island through the crystals, so the light will turn purple. Quote. Destroy the crystal, and the moon will naturally return to its normal state, and the curse of the moon will naturally be lifted. Amazing. Zanyan, how did you find out? Nothing. I just came to this island, and when I used observation hockey to sense your location, I also sensed that there was something covering the sky. But, why didn't they return to their original state? Wasn't the curse lifted? Gray looked at the villagers in confusion, and these people still looked like demons. Yes, the reason is very simple, this is what they originally looked like. It should be that the purple moonlight itself has some special magic, which has affected the memories of these demons, making them mistakenly believe that they were originally human beings, and it was because of the moonlight that they became demons. Lucy heard Uchiha Zanyan's explanation and immediately thought of a conclusion that made her shudder. Yes, they are demons. Garna Island is the island of demons. It's not because of the curse that can turn people into demons, but because it is an island inhabited by demons. Scared. Lucy was so scared that she collapsed on the ground. It turned out that she was in the demon village. Really? Gray stuttered to a demon villager. The demon villager was also confused. Well, it seems to be the case. Lucy asked curiously. Zanyan, how did you find out? Me. It's very simple. My eyes have a strong ability to see. When I saw them for the first time, I knew they were not human. That is to say, advertisement. Well, after arriving here and hearing what these villagers said that day, I knew how to lift the so-called curse. Several people were confused. Is it that simple? Is it simple? It's simple for me, but it doesn't seem that simple for you. When several people heard this, they felt that what Uchiha Zanyan said was right. The heaven-defying perception range and the Sharingan that can see through the identity of the devil at a glance. These are all things that others cannot have. In fact, there is a lot of evidence to prove that this is not a moon curse, and the most obvious evidence is Leon and his friends. Lucy suddenly realized. Yes, Leon and his friends also bask in the moonlight every day, but they don't look cursed at all, but why are they fine? Because they are human, the moon drop has no effect on them, but this is all later. In fact, there are still some ways to complete the task, such as asking the villagers. The island is so small, why didn't the villagers find Leon and his friends, and didn't mention the ruins to us, why the light outside is purple, and the light on the island is purple? These bits of information, accumulated together, can draw corresponding conclusions through analysis and integration. Awesome. Lucy looked at Uchiha Zanyan with some admiration. Uchiha Zanyan was not only powerful, but also smart. He was a newcomer like her, but he knew so much. Zanyan, aren't you a newcomer to the guild? How do you know so much? I am a newcomer to the Wizard Guild, but that doesn't mean I am a newcomer to the mission. Such mission commissions, I started doing it on April 1st when I was 18 years old. 6 years old. Zanyan, what did you do before? Before, I should have been a killer before. Konoha village is a ninja village. The essence of a ninja village is actually a killer group supported by the daimyo of the Land of Fire. Uchiha Zanyan has been killing people since he was 6 years old. This was unimaginable in his previous life, but after he really started, it didn't seem so difficult to accept, because if you don't kill others, others will kill you. If you don't want to be killed, you can only kill. Killer. Several people were shocked. Just kidding. This joke is not funny at all. Advertisement. Chapter 321. A bit unhappy. Advertisement. At this time, a voice sounded and said. It's amazing. It's so kind of you to ask for help, wizards, thank you. Everyone looked up and saw a male demon appearing not far away. Quote. Isn't this the boatman uncle? Natsu and Lucy immediately recognized that this was the boatman uncle who sent them to Karna Island. Bobo, aren't you dead? Can a tattoo on the chest kill a demon? I'm sorry for not telling you the truth at that time. I recovered my memory alone and left the island. Everyone thought I was a human. It was terrible. Bobo. The village chief saw that his son was still alive and Tien Shin had passed. Magnolia. Uchiha Zanyan and several others have returned here. What a pity. If I had listened to me and destroyed the moon at the beginning, I might have completed the task. Natsu is in a very bad mood now. He finally stole an S-level task, but the 14th task was completed by Uchiha Zanyan. If he had known that the mission could be completed so easily, he would have made a lot of money by completing it. He could not help but be recognized by the president for completing the S-level mission. He could also get a reward of 7 million J, and the reward for this mission was 7 million, but Uchiha Zanyan did not share any of it with them. In the words of Uchiha Zanyan, have you made any contribution to this mission? Why should we share the reward if there is no contribution? This made Natsu and Gray very angry, but it is true that this mission was completed by Uchiha Zanyan alone, and they had nothing to do with it. Lucy advised. Well, come back safely. Happy said. Because besides Zanyan, you are the only one who made a profit, right? Hee. Lucy was in a good mood and hummed a song pretending not to hear it. Uchiha Zanyan gave Lucy the reward of the key of the zodiac, which made Lucy like Zanyan more. Uchiha Zanyan is handsome and generous, and he is also strong. For a girl like Lucy who is just beginning to fall in love, he is an excellent candidate for a boyfriend. Advertisement. Sell the key. Lucy was startled. What are you talking about, thief cat? I said before, there are only 12 keys of the zodiac in this world, they are very precious. Natsu turned around and laughed contemptuously. The cow, the crab and the maid. As a team with Lucy, Natsu has seen Lucy's star spirits, and their strength is not very good. Lucy gritted her teeth and said unwillingly, if I practice hard, the star spirit will definitely be stronger than you. The strength of the star spirit is very strong, but it is relative, because the strength that the star slave can exert in this world is determined by the strength of the master's magic. Lucy's magic is not weak, but it can't be called strong, so her strength is actually a bit mediocre now. Natsu asked, what key did you get this time? Sagittarius Sagittarius, counting this key, I have collected 5 of the 12 keys in the zodiac. You must know that there are only 12 keys in the world. Lucy said proudly. Happy said. Let's sell it. Cat thief. Several people came to the front of the fairy tale guild while chatting and laughing. What's going on? The guild looks weird. What's going on? This is our guild. At this time, the guild was in ruins, and the guild was pierced by huge iron pillars. Who did it? Natsu gritted his teeth and couldn't stop his tears from flowing out. As Natsu, who had lived in the guild since he was a child, he had long regarded the guild as his home. Uchiha Zanyan saw these iron pillars and immediately guessed who did it. Iron Dragon Gajil should still be the trump card of the Phantom Ruler Guild. Is it already this time? It's the Phantom. Myra's voice sounded. Several people turned around and saw Mira appear behind them. Advertisement. Although it's very unwilling, we were ambushed. Quote. Mira brought a few people to the underground floor of the Fairy Tale Guild. Everyone in the guild gathered here at the moment. The guild above was pierced by iron pillars. Before it was cleared out, there was no way to treat people. Zanyan had already seen that the main structure of the guild had been destroyed. Even if it was cleared out, the guild would be almost destroyed. Oh, Zanyan, you are back. Natsu and Lucy are back too. Did you see the guild? It's abominable. Quote. Those bastards of Phantom actually attacked our guild. The two families have always been at odds with each other. I didn't expect that this time those bastards would sneak attack without martial ethics. Next time we will destroy their guild. Calm down, the opponent is Phantom. The guild members were all indignant. The destruction of the guild was almost like a slap in the face of their fairy tale. How could they bear it? 277. Hey, welcome back. Makarov sat on a barrel and drank as if nothing had happened. Old man, now is not the time to drink. Oh, really? You went on an S-class mission without permission, and you will be punished. Accept the punishment now. Be prepared. Now is not the time to care about this. Makarov tapped Natsu and Happy on the top of their heads, and then patted Lucy on the butt. Mira puffed up her cheeks and said angrily, President, this won't work. Old man, do you know what's going on now? The guild has been destroyed. Makarov said calmly. Calm down, it's not a big deal. The idiots of Phantom only have this ability. They smashed the guild when we were not around. What's there to be proud of? No one is here, Mira explained. It seems that the sneak attack happened at night, and the guild was closed, so no one was here. Makarov waved his hand and said nonchalantly, there's no need to be angry about this kind of opponent who can only sneak attack. Ignore them. Advertisement. Chapter 322. Are you a genius? Advertisement. How can we just let it go like this? I must beat them up. Natsu was not willing to give up after his own guild was destroyed like this. Makarov said, let's stop here. We will work here until the upstairs is repaired. I don't feel like working. Natsu, you've almost done it. Makarov shouted at Natsu, but his hand slapped Lucy's butt dishonestly. Why are you slapping my butt? President, I'm getting angry. Ah, wait, I can't hold it anymore. Makarov ran to the toilet. Natsu was so angry that he trembled all over. Why can you be so calm? Old man. Mira said. Natsu, the president is also very unwilling, but the council prohibits armed struggles between guilds. Didn't they start it first? It's not because my magic aptitude is not good. On the contrary, it's because my body is too good. It's so good that even the highest magic particle radiation can't have any effect on me. This is also the main reason why my magic source cannot be awakened. Quote. Although dragon-slaying crystals are very rare, there are indeed some left in this world, which is also the main evidence from the side to prove that dragons have existed in this world. When he appeared again, he had already arrived in another city. Advertisement. And what Uchiha Zanyan said is very feasible. No, as long as some rejection reactions are eliminated, the plan Uchiha Zanyan said will definitely succeed. Zanyan, even you, I misjudged you. Go, destroy all the Phantom Ruler guilds. Although Uchiha Zanyan said so, he felt a little unhappy. Zanyan, what do you think? After Uchiha Zanyan went to the toilet, his figure disappeared in an instant. Natsu looked at Uchiha Zanyan again. Although Uchiha Zanyan was still a newcomer, the strong had more say than the weak in the Wizard Guild. Have you figured out a solution? What is it? People who are familiar with Zanyan know that as long as he is in a bad mood, someone must be unlucky. Uchiha Zanyan has never been a generous person. On the contrary, he will take revenge for every grievance, and he will not report it after the fact, but on the spot. I checked the information in many magic books, such as monsters and humans are different. Humans have magic sources, while monsters have magic crystal cores. Although there are some differences between humans and monsters, the essence of magic is actually the same. In this case, as long as the magic crystal core is buried in the body, the magic crystal core will automatically convert the user's physical energy and spiritual energy into magic power. I don't like ordinary magic crystal cores. I have seen some records that although the legendary dragon died, it left behind some dragon-slaying magic crystals. In fact, these dragon-slaying magic crystals are the crystal cores of the dragon. Quote. Since I am destined to be unable to awaken the magic source, why not use an external magic source? And he also knows this person, who is a monster with incredible scores. Since the president said so, we can only do this. After all, this is the president's order. Magic is not these things. Magic is related to one's body and soul. If you are not careful, there may be a risk of death. Makarov couldn't help but be cautious. President, I have completed the mission and brought Natsu and the others back. It's time to fulfill your promise to teach me magic. Makarov was speechless at this time. He didn't seem to care on the surface, but he was furious in his heart. Although the little ghosts in the guild were very angry, it also showed that the little ghosts cared about the fairy tale guild. But what kind of a ghost is this Brad Uchiha Zanyan? How come nothing happened? Isn't he too ambitious? Teach. What do you want to learn? Just start with the basics, mister. Makarov. Uchiha Zanyan took out a pile of magic books. Makarov's mouth twitched after seeing it. He suddenly regretted agreeing to Uchiha Zanyan's conditions. Or, let's study how to awaken the source of magic. With so many magic books, how long will he teach? No, I have already found a way to solve the problem of the source of magic. Quote. Got it. Advertisement. Makarov's eyes widened in disbelief. This brat really found a solution to the source of magic power so quickly. Uchiha Zanyan blinked at Natsu. You said it as if you can understand me. I will go to the toilet and go back to learn magic from the old man. 20 or so shadow clones appeared. It's not a matter of order. Quote. The reason is very simple. There are indeed some mages in this world who became dragon-slaying mages in this way. It's like a farmer suddenly said that he had developed rocket launch technology. Who should I turn into? Makarov asked with a serious face. A guy who never knew magic, after learning by himself for a month, suddenly said that he could solve the problem of magic source. Who would be worried? Uchiha Zanyan thought about it. He didn't want to turn into someone he didn't know. It would be best if people could tell at a glance that it was Fairy Tail that was taking revenge on him, but there was no obvious evidence that it was Fairy Tail that did it. As long as such a dragon-slaying crystal is buried in the body, the dragon-slaying magic can be used. Those who are taught magic by dragons directly like Natsu are called the first generation of dragon-slaying mages, and mages who have a demon-slaying crystal buried in their bodies are also called the second generation of dragon-slaying mages. Uchiha Zanyan made a seal. After Uchiha Zanyan gave the order, his figure instantly returned to the Fairy Tail Guild. Uchiha Zanyan began to explain his plan. It is really difficult for me to awaken the magic source. I have given up this road. It felt like he was going to find a place to rest, but someone smashed his resting place. Bang 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 bang. Uchiha. You brat. Could it be a genius? Advertisement. Chapter 323 Famous all over the world. Advertisement. Uchiha Zanyan looked at Makarov speechlessly. You just realized it. He thought he was not a creative genius, but he was a hardworking and learning genius. He had never encountered any difficulties in learning, even if it was as difficult as Flying Thunder God technique and Sage mode, he had no difficulty learning. Makarov was a little serious this time. Before, he thought that Uchiha Zanyan had no magic power and could not use magic, so he thought that Uchiha Zanyan's efforts were in vain. But now that Uchiha Zanyan has the opportunity to become a wizard, he naturally has to be more serious. Just when Makarov taught Uchiha Zanyan magic, everyone in the guild was indignant because the guild was destroyed. In various branches of the Ghost Ruler Guild. Have you heard? Fairy Tail Guild was destroyed by Gajil. Ha ha ha. They must be furious now. They deserved it for being in the limelight recently. Boom. At this time, the door of the Phantom Ruler Guild was kicked to pieces. A figure appeared at the door. 047. Who is it? How dare you come to the Phantom Ruler Guild to make trouble? Girl, who are you? At this time, a young and lovely blonde girl was standing at the door of the Phantom Ruler Guild. I am the super rookie wizard, Lucy, of the Fairy Tail Guild. You Phantom Ruler Guild dared to destroy our Fairy Tail Guild. I will punish you on behalf of Fairy Tail. Ha 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 ha. Advertisement. Everyone in the guild laughed when they heard what the blonde girl said. If the Fairy Queen, Urza came, they would be more serious. The super rookie of the guild, Lucy. I have never heard of it. Girl, are you trying to make me laugh to death? We're in a good mood today, so get out of here. If you don't, we don't mind having some fun with you. A wizard stretched out his hand. Puff. A knife cut the man's wrist, and the hand was cut off. Ah, 18th Company. Wah. As a result, all branches of the Phantom Ruler Guild were destroyed. That's right, all these Lucys were transformed by Uchiha Zan Yan Shadow Clone, in order to destroy the Phantom Ruler Guild. The Fairy Tail Guild was destroyed, and they could not stay in the spacious hall but squeezed into this basement, which made Uchiha Zan Yan feel a little unhappy. Since he was unhappy, someone must be unlucky, and the culprit, the Phantom Ruler, was naturally the first to bear the brunt. When chatting before, Lucy said that she wanted to become a famous female wizard, so Uchiha Zan Yan helped Lucy realize this small wish. Although it would bring some trouble to Lucy, it was not a big trouble. The Lucy who destroyed the Phantom Ruler was obviously not herself, and the Magic Council could not do anything to Lucy. Zan Yan had also paid the copyright fee in advance, so he felt at ease using Lucy's appearance. Everyone knew that this was Fairy Tail's revenge on the Phantom Ruler, but there was no evidence. At this time, Rudin knew nothing about it. It was getting late, and Lucy walked towards her cabin with her luggage. Things seem to be getting complicated, but it's great to be able to avoid punishment. Phantom is also known to be at odds with Fairy Tail. Advertisement. At first, I was also hesitant about which guild to join, but now I think it's great to be able to join Fairy Tail. Quote. Because Fairy Tail is the best. The next morning, Lucy came to the guild. Although the guild building was destroyed, she still had to continue working. Swish. Everyone looked at Lucy. The burning gaze made Lucy feel a little overwhelmed. Was it because she dressed too beautifully today? Then everyone in the guild rushed over. Lucy, you are so awesome. I really didn't expect you to be such a woman who does what you say. From today on, Lucy, you are my idol. Hey hey. Lucy was a little confused. What did she do? She just went home to sleep yesterday. Mira handed the newspaper to Lucy. Look, this is today's newspaper. Lucy was stunned when she saw the headline on the newspaper. Lucy, the newcomer of Fairy Tail, destroyed all the branches of Phantom Ruler Guild single-handedly. Then the newspaper was full of pictures of the destroyed branches of Phantom Ruler Guild, and a frontal photo of Lucy. Lucy stood on the ruins of Phantom Ruler Guild facing the sunset, holding a knife in one hand, looking heroic, extremely handsome and haughty. There was also a sentence below. Those who offend Fairy Tail will be punished no matter how far away they are. It's me. Advertisement. Chapter 324 Arrest. Advertisement. Lucy was confused. When did she become so powerful? How come she didn't know it at all? Wait, all the guilds of the Phantom Ruler were destroyed. Yes, didn't you do it? And you killed hundreds of people in their guild. And then you destroyed all their branches. It's really satisfying. No, it's not me. Lucy quickly denied that she could do such a thing. Even if she wanted to, she didn't have the ability. I was in the guild all day yesterday. How could I kill so many branches of the Phantom Ruler? And I'm a celestial mage. I can't use a sword. It's over. Now she is famous, even more famous than when Natsu left the mercenary guild before, but this kind of fame is not what she wants. This fame is really scary. When everyone heard Lucy's words, they all remembered that Lucy had been in the guild since she came back yesterday. Even if Lucy returned home by herself last night, it doesn't match the time of the crime. Who did this? Was it Mira? Mira can use transformation magic, and can turn into Lucy's appearance. Mira waved her hand quickly. I was also in the guild at that time. Also, I don't use a knife. Mira looked at the newspaper carefully. The newspaper said that this person used many kinds of swordsmanship, including lightning, fire, wind, water, rock. She also had a guess about who did it, but she was not sure because that person also had an alibi. No matter who it is. This time I finally feel relieved. The ghost destroyed a guild of our Fairy Tail, so we will destroy dozens of their branch guilds. And this is not a sneak attack, it is an open attack. Quote. Advertisement. Makarov also had a guess about who did it at this time. Uchiha Zan Yan, this brat, always carries a knife with him. Although he has never seen it before, he will definitely use it with his ability. But yesterday, this brat was learning magic from him. However, he was very relieved at this moment. Compared with these children, he has a deeper affection for the guild, and he is also very angry about the destruction of the guild. If the guild is destroyed, you can report it to the council, and the council will punish the Phantom Ruler, but you can't do it privately. Provoking a war between guilds. Everyone immediately ran out from the underground floor and saw that a large number of Magic Council people had surrounded the Fairy Tail Guild. We will never let you take the president and Lucy away. All the people of Fairy Tail stopped when they heard Makarov's voice, and the ancient knights of the Magic Council did not dare to move. President Makarov is one of the 10 great wizards of Ishgar. If they really resist, they will not be able to deal with it. Now there is only one Fairy Tail and Phantom Ruler left. Inform the Magic Council and have them take Makarov and Lucy away. I want to take this opportunity to make that annoying fairy tale disappear from this world completely. Asterisk 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 asterisk. The president has never allowed us to retaliate, otherwise he would have killed those phantom bastards long ago. The Magic Council has surrounded this place. Joseph had just asked Godjiel to attack Fairy Tail, and the one called Lucy retaliated right after. It must be related to Fairy Tail. 0. What do you mean? All of my branch guilds and members have been defeated, and everyone knows about it. If we don't retaliate, how can we, the Phantom Ruler, have the face to stand in the Kingdom of Fury? If he fights with the Phantom Ruler, the Magic Council will definitely not ignore it, and the children of the guild may also be injured or even to sacrifice. This is what he least wants to see, so he chooses to endure it. Damn Fairy Tail, how dare you attack my Phantom Ruler? And who is that guy who claims to be Lucy? It was the Phantom Ruler Guild that destroyed our Fairy Tail Guild first. The guild has become like this. Didn't you see it? Stop it. What? Advertisement. At this time, the Phantom Ruler Guild headquarters. I am Lucy from the Ancient Knights of the Magic Council, Fairy Tail. You are suspected of attacking the Phantom Ruler Guild and are being arrested immediately for the crime of attempting to provoke a guild war. Bang. You even want to catch our Fairy Tail president? No. It wasn't me. I was in the guild yesterday. I didn't attack the Phantom Ruler Guild at all. And I don't have the strength to kill so many Phantom Rulers. What did you say? If he was young, he would have gone to the door long ago. Now he is older and has more things to protect. President Makarov, you are also suspected of instructing guild members to attack the Phantom Ruler. You also need to come back to the Magic Council with me to cooperate with the investigation. All the people of the Magic Council Ancient Knights pointed their magic wands at the Fairy Tail people, as if they would kill everyone if they disagreed. Joseph, the president of the Phantom Ruler Guild, angrily threw the wine glass on the ground. Suddenly, Loki ran down the stairs. Oh no. Fairy Tail Guild. Swish. Makarov shouted loudly. President Joseph, what should we do? I don't know. According to the time of the attack, dozens of Lucy appeared at the same time. It seems to be a magic of clones. Although I don't know if she is the Lucy we are looking for, she must be related to Fairy Tail. We will never let you take Lucy away. Whether it's you or not, it's not up to you, and it's not up to me either. We have to wait until the Magic Council investigates to confirm. We are going to arrest you for investigation now. Our guild was destroyed by the Phantom guys, but you didn't arrest the Phantom Ruler guys, but instead came to arrest our Fairy Tail people. Single quote. What? Advertisement. Chapter 325, Phantom Attack. Advertisement. President, everyone go back honestly. As the president of Fairy Tail, it is normal for me to cooperate with the investigation. Don't move. But, everyone was unwilling to hear this. Makarov shouted again. Go back. No one in the guild said anything. The old man is the president. The old man has given such a serious order. If they disobey again, it will be a disgrace to the president. Makarov smiled at Lucy and said, Lucy, don't worry, we all know it wasn't you who did it. Just cooperate with the investigation and you'll be back soon. D.E. Lucy felt relieved when she heard the president's words. It was indeed not her who did it, and it would be easy to investigate. Although she was implicated, she didn't hate it at all. If she had the ability, she might have destroyed the Phantom Guild. Soon, both the people and Lucy were taken away by the Ancient Knights of the Magic Council for investigation. Fairy Tail basement floor. It was quiet here. Although they were very happy that the Phantom Ruler Guild was destroyed, they still felt uncomfortable that the president and the guild companions were taken away by the Magic Council for investigation. It was obviously the Phantom Ruler who started it first, so they should retaliate. It doesn't matter if he is taken away for investigation, but the president of the Phantom Ruler and the guy who destroyed the guild should also be arrested. The Magic Council's discriminatory treatment makes everyone in Fairy Tail feel uncomfortable. Bang. Natsu slammed the table and stood up. No. I must go to save the president and Lucy. Yes, that's right. The Magic Council is unfair. Let's break into the Magic Council to save the president and Lucy. At worst, we will fight the Magic Council. Natsu took the lead, and many people agreed with Natsu's idea and planned to break into the Magic Council to save people. Mira was a little anxious when she saw this scene. Now there is no S-class wizard in the guild except her, and she herself has no way to fight now, so there is no way to stop everyone. At this time, Uchiha Zan Yan's voice sounded and said, Okay. Stay here with peace of mind. Quote. Natsu shouted at Zan Yan. The president and Lucy have been arrested, how can we stay here peacefully? Then what can you change? Really fight with the Magic Council. Then the Magic Council asked the guild to disband, and finally became a dark guild. Advertisement. In fact, there is no need to worry about this. Lucy didn't do this. Since Lucy didn't do it, Lucy and the president will naturally be fine. The Magic Council wants to convict the president of a guild, and they also need evidence. Quote. Since there is no evidence to prove that the president and Lucy did it, it won't be long before the president and Lucy return safely. Quote. Everyone calmed down slightly after hearing Uchiha Zan Yan's words. Indeed, they were all in the Fairy Tail Guild. Although that person looked like Lucy, her magic and temperament were completely different. Transformation magic is not a special magic. Mira can use transformation magic. It is basically someone else transforming into Lucy to take revenge on the Phantom Ruler Guild. Alas, I don't know who did this. Uchiha Zan Yan said lightly. It was me. Quote. Everyone in the guild was stunned, staring at Uchiha Zanyan with wide eyes in disbelief. Star of David XXX. Uchiha Zanyan nodded. Yes, it's me. But weren't you in the guild the whole time yesterday? Gray stuttered as he looked at Uchiha Zanyan. Yes. Then how did you do it? It's very simple. I used the time to go to the toilet, used the shadow clone technique, split out more than 20 shadow clone, and then let the shadow clone transform into Lucy to destroy all the branches of the Phantom Ruler. Quote. Happy asked in confusion. Why do you want to transform into Lucy's appearance? Wouldn't this put the Fairy Tail Guild in a passive position, and the president and Lucy were taken away by the Magic Council? Because Lucy said she wanted to become a famous wizard, so I helped Lucy, and now she is famous throughout the entire Fury Kingdom. Quote. Advertisement. Hey. Indeed, Lucy is now the most famous wizard in the entire Fury Kingdom. She attacked and destroyed all the branches of the Phantom Ruler Guild alone. The Phantom Ruler Guild is one of the largest guilds in the entire Fury Kingdom, both in terms of fame and strength. The president is one of the 10 holy wizards, and there are also famous wizards such as the Four Elements and Iron Dragon Gajil in the guild. The guild also has the most members. The total number of members in the Fairy Tail Guild is only more than 100, while the Phantom Ruler Guild has more than 1,000. All the branches of such a large guild were easily destroyed by one person. Although they have heard of Uchiha Zanyan had destroyed dark guilds like Iron Forest, but Iron Forest and Phantom Ruler are completely different. Haha, just kidding, that's just a side note. The main purpose is to let others know that it was our Fairy Tail who destroyed Phantom Ruler, but we can't let the Magic Council catch it. Phantom Ruler attacked our Fairy Tail Guild and left 3.9 with the iconic magic of Iron Pillar. I will let them see it clearly and tell them that it was Fairy Tail who did it, but you don't have any substantial evidence. Mira said with some concern. But Phantom Ruler suffered such a big loss, will they really give up? Zanyan touched his chin. Probably not. Based on Joseph's character in the animation, maybe he should be coming now. Suddenly, boom, a violent tremor appeared. Earthquake. What's going on? Alzak, who was on the lookout outside, hurried down the stairs. Everyone. Look outside. Advertisement. Chapter 326 Fairy Tail vs. Phantom. Advertisement. Everyone came to the back of the guild. Sizz. Almost everyone was stunned by the scene in front of them, and saw a huge guild building crossing the lake and coming towards the Fairy Tail Guild. Walking Guild. 4453-05. I didn't expect they would attack in this way. What should I do? Almost everyone panicked when they saw this scene. Now there is no S-class wizard in the Fairy Tail Guild who can fight, and the president was taken away by the Magic Council for investigation. They didn't expect that the Phantom Ruler Guild would launch a surprise attack on the Fairy Tail Guild while the president was away. Coincidence. That's too coincidental. Are you here? Phantom Ruler Guild. Joseph stood at the top floor window of the Phantom Ruler Guild and ordered up and down. Magic Cluster Cannon. Jupiter, ready. Quote. A huge gun barrel protruded from the Phantom Ruler Guild 14, and then powerful magic gathered towards the muzzle. Hey, that's the Magic Cluster Cannon. This can blow the guild away. What are they going to do? This is a city. Although the Fairy Tail Guild is located in the innermost part of Magnolia Town is a very prosperous town, and there are also busy streets in front of Fairy Tail. The power of the Magic Cluster Cannon will definitely affect the surrounding buildings. Uchiha Zanyan stepped forward at this time. Zanyan, what are you doing? All of you step back a little. Quote. Are you going to block this attack? Impossible. That's a Magic Cluster Cannon. No matter how strong you are, Zanyan, you can't block it. Stop. Zanyan, you'll die. When everyone in the guild saw Uchiha Zanyan stepping forward, their faces changed drastically and they all tried to dissuade him. Uchiha Zanyan smiled and said, don't worry. It's just a Magic Cluster Cannon. Advertisement. Disappear. Swoosh. A beam of magic broke through the water and shot straight towards the Fairy Tail Guild. Wow. Everyone screamed and fell to the ground. Uchiha Zanyan activated the Mangekyo Sharingan. Swoosh. A huge orange-yellow energy skeleton appeared around Uchiha Zanyan's body, and the huge skeleton arms rushed towards the magic bullets of the Magic Cluster Cannon. Boom. ZXXXXX. Wow. The impact of the explosion made everyone scream. After a while, the impact of the explosion dissipated. Quote. Quote. So powerful, it can actually block the attack of the Magic Cluster Cannon. Wait, what is that? The Fairy Tail people were all shocked when they saw the huge energy skeleton around Uchiha Zanyan's body. It was that huge skeleton that blocked the Magic Cluster Cannon, and Uchiha Zanyan, under the protection of that huge skeleton, was not hurt at all. That was the Magic Cluster Cannon. What on earth was that, which could be unscathed under the attack of the Magic Cluster Cannon? Z. Plus. Oh, this is the ultimate power I can use after opening the Mangekyo Sharingan. Open hollow corner bracket Susanoo close hollow corner bracket. Open hollow corner bracket Susanoo close hollow corner bracket. They were all a little confused at this moment. How many kinds of power can Uchiha Zanyan use? Why does he need to learn magic when he obviously has so many powerful powers? The power that Uchiha Zanyan showed at random was far more powerful than their magic. Phantom Ruler Guild Headquarters. What? Who is that guy? He can actually block the attack of the magic cluster cannon. Open hollow corner bracket Jupiter close hollow corner bracket. When did Fairy Tail have such a powerful wizard? Advertisement. Joseph saw that the magic cluster cannon was blocked by Uchiha Zanyan. His face suddenly became a little ferocious. 013507014 Philo 192,052,520. He seems to be called Uchiha Zanyan, a newcomer who joined the Fairy Tail Guild a month ago. Quote. Newcomer. A mere newcomer blocked my Jupiter. Damn Makarov, what good luck. But the more this happens, the more I want to destroy this annoying Fairy Tail. At this time, a large number of ghost-like soldiers poured out of the Phantom Ruler Guild. What is that? Troops. So many. Fairy Tail, how dare you attack my guild? Now. Immediately. Right now. Hand over the people who attacked my guild. I may consider letting you go. What a joke. How can a guild hand over its companions to the enemy? If you want us to hand over people, you have to step over our corpses first. Everyone in Fairy Tail shouted loudly when they heard this. Uchiha Zanyan was slightly touched when he heard the cold heart. To be honest, he is not an emotional person. Ninjas need calm judgment at all times. 100. Uchiha Zanyan learned a lot from Orochimaru, and his personality is actually a bit similar to Orochimaru. The only people who still make him seem a bit humane are his best friends, brothers, tribesmen, and his woman. He didn't expect that he had just joined the Fairy Tail Guild for a short time, and everyone in the guild regarded him as a companion. Companion. Humph. Then let you taste the more powerful Jupiter. Enjoy the taste of fear in the 15 minutes before the reload is completed. What? Quote. 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 Question mark exclamation mark quote. Everyone in the guild was shocked when they heard that there was going to be another big magic cluster cannon. Fairy Tail. Die. There are only two choices before you. Die at the hands of my troops, or die at Jupiter. Close black lens bracket. How could it be? Are they going to use Jupiter to wipe out their companions? This is just to scare us. It's impossible to launch it. Quote. No. He will. Those are Joseph's magic. Ghost soldiers, not humans, they are just the ghost soldiers created by Joseph. Suddenly, Uchiha Zanyan said lightly, 15 minutes. I don't know if you can hold on for 15 minutes. Advertisement. Chapter 327. Too strong. Advertisement. Question mark. Everyone in the Fairy Tail Guild was full of questions when they heard Uchiha Zanyan's words. Uchiha Zanyan did not explain much. Buzz. Uchiha Zanyan clenched his fist, and the vibration force wrapped around his fist, forming a white transparent spherical light shield. What is this? Natsu, Gray, and Happy saw the white light shield wrapped around Uchiha Zanyan's fist, and immediately knew what move Uchiha Zanyan was going to use. Uchiha Zanyan's body was like a big bow, and he took a forward punching posture. Then Uchiha Zanyan punched forward with force. Exclamation mark quote. Crack, crack, crack. Huge and dense cracks appeared in the air in front of Uchiha Zanyan's fist. The air is broken. Everyone in Fairy Tail screamed in fear when they saw this scene. Boom. A terrifying vibration force appeared, and the whole town of Magnolia was shaking. The powerful vibration force rushed straight to the headquarters of the Phantom Ruler Guild. A huge crack appeared on the ground where it passed, and the lake water poured into the crack. Then the Phantom Ruler Guild headquarters was split in half from the middle. In addition, a large number of cracks appeared on the walls of the Phantom Ruler Guild, which was similar to the current Fairy Tail. It has become a dangerous building and is at risk of collapse at any time. Phantom. Cracked. Quote. Advertisement. The Fairy Tail people were all scared when they saw that the Phantom Ruler Guild headquarters was split in half from the middle. Of course, the people of the Phantom Ruler Guild were even more scared. Their guild was destroyed by a single blow. Well, this is fair. Uchiha Zanyan felt a little relieved when he saw that the Phantom Ruler Guild headquarters had become similar to Fairy Tail. Otherwise, although so many branches of the Phantom Ruler Guild were killed, the headquarters was fine, and he always felt that he was at a loss. After all, there is only one Fairy Tail Guild. Great. The Fairy Tail people couldn't help but cheer when they saw this scene. The magic cluster cannon put too much pressure on them. Now Uchiha Zanyan destroyed the Ghost Ruler Guild with one strike, and the human magic guide Jadong cannon could no longer be fired. Joseph was furious when he saw his guild destroyed like this. That damn kid, who is he? He actually destroyed my guild. This is his guild headquarters, which he spent a lot of money to build. Fairy Tail, I will make all of you die in pain. Joseph's expression froze as soon as he shouted this. Uchiha Zanyan raised his palm, and a huge energy bomb with a diameter of more than 10 meters appeared on Uchiha Zanyan's palm. So big. No, it's too big. Everyone in Fairy Tail was shocked when they saw the massive Rasengan in Uchiha Zanyan's hand. What is this? Is this really something that humans can condense? Advertisement. Such a large magic bullet is several times larger than the previous magic cluster cannon. It is impolite not to return the favor. You should also taste my attack. Open hollow corner bracket massive Rasengan close hollow corner bracket. Uchiha Zanyan fired the massive Rasengan in his hand towards the Phantom Ruler Guild headquarters. A large number of ghost soldiers rushed up to resist, but the moment those ghost soldiers touched the massive Rasengan, they were all vaporized. The massive Rasengan landed on the Phantom Ruler Guild headquarters. Boom! A terrifying explosion exploded on the Phantom Ruler Guild headquarters. The massive Rasengan spread out instantly, and the Phantom Ruler Guild headquarters, which had been broken into two halves by Uchiha Zan Yan and was on the verge of collapse, exploded. Wah! Yan only used 2 moves, and the huge Phantom Ruler headquarters was destroyed. Originally, when they saw the Phantom Ruler Guild appear and the magic cluster cannon aimed at the Fairy Tail Guild, they thought that the Fairy Tail Guild was finished. But they didn't expect that it had only been a short time since then. Although Fairy Tail was in tatters, it still hadn't collapsed. On the contrary, the Phantom Ruler headquarters, which had crossed the lake and appeared majestically, has now become a ruin. 15 minutes. Now they finally understood what Uchiha Zan Yan said before. Let alone 15 minutes, the Phantom Ruler Guild headquarters didn't even last 5 minutes in front of Uchiha Zan Yan. So strong. It's really too strong. They had heard from Natsu and others that Uchiha Zan Yan was very strong, but that was just hearsay after all, and they didn't know how strong he was. Most of them still had the impression of Uchiha Zan Yan based on the strength he showed when he joined the guild. Now it seems that Uchiha Zan Yan, when Yan joined the guild, he didn't put in any effort at all. Advertisement. Chapter 328. Ninjutsu vs. Magic. Advertisement. One move, and another move. Natsu and Gray felt numb. Originally they thought Uchiha Zan Yan had shown all his strength, but later they found out that he had only shown a small part of his strength. Suddenly, boom, a powerful magic power rushed up near the ruins of the Phantom Ruler Guild. Quote. All the members of the Fairy Tail Guild felt this powerful magic power and trembled in their hearts. Such an evil magic power. Yeah, just feeling this evil magic power makes me want to vomit. Everyone looked at the ruins of the Phantom Ruler Guild and saw a middle-aged man who looked very evil and terrifying standing in the ruins. Behind this man were several wizards from the Phantom Ruler Guild. As this guy, the president of Phantom. The 10 holy mages of Ishgar who share the same title as the old man. Quote. The 10 holy mages are the 10 strongest mages selected by the Magic Council from mages across the continent. The strength of the 10 holy mages is simply incomparable to that of other ordinary mages. So when they saw the other party appear, many people in Fairy Tail 540 couldn't help but feel fear in their hearts. Uchiha Zan Yan, is it? I didn't expect that in the Fairy Tail Guild, in addition to these trash, there is actually such a powerful magician as you. But, the more this happens, the more I want to destroy you. If a magician like you is killed, Makarov will definitely feel distressed. Quote. Uchiha Zan Yan didn't say anything nonsense and walked forward. Zan, don't go. He is deliberately irritating you. Uchiha Zan Yan said in surprise, irritate me. I'm not angry. I just plan to get rid of them. Someone said. He is one of the 10 holy mages. The 10 holy mages represent authority. These are the 10 mages selected from the entire continent. Each of them is a powerful monster and cannot be defeated by ordinary mages. Even if Uchiha Zan Yan is strong, he is not enough to face the 10 holy mages. Uchiha Zan Yan smiled confidently and said, I know, but don't worry, he is not my opponent. Uchiha Zan Yan's confidence infected everyone in Fairy Tail, and people couldn't help but believe in Uchiha Zan Yan. Advertisement. Uchiha Zan Yan continued to move forward, and when he touched the lake, Chen Libby Zan Yan stepped on the lake. There was no sinking at all, as if walking on flat ground. What? Uchiha Zan Yan can actually stand on the water. How did he do it? Everyone in Fairy Tail was amazed. Natsu was very envious when he saw this. If he could also stand on the water, he would not have to take a boat to go out to sea in the future. The remaining few people in the Ghost Ruler Guild were also surprised to see Uchiha Zan Yan walking on the lake. Uchiha Zan Yan, you do have some tricks, but these tricks are useless in front of the 10 holy mages. You don't understand at all how different the 10 holy mages are from ordinary mages like you. Leave this kid to me, and you guys go kill all the Fairy Tail people for me. Don't leave any alive. Yes. Uchiha Zan Yan frowned and quickly formed a seal with one hand. Open hollow corner bracket water style water dragon bomb technique close hollow corner bracket. The calm lake began to surge, and a super huge water dragon appeared around Uchiha Zan Yan's body. So big. Whether it was the massive Rasengan that Uchiha Zan Yan released before, or this water dragon, it was really huge. BEBG. And it was water magic that they had never seen before. The huge water dragon roared and rushed towards Joseph. Joseph's face also changed. How powerful is the magic power of this damn kid? Damn you, little kid. Death Storm. Joseph gathered a powerful magic bullet in his hand and shot it at the water dragon. Boom. The water dragon and the magic bullet collided with each other, bursting out a strong magic shock, and the white water mist spread around. Ghost Arrow. Advertisement. Joseph waved his hand and released a large number of black ghost-like magic arrows at Uchiha Zan Yan. Water-style water barrier. Uchiha Zan Yan made a seal with one hand, and created a vertical water wall from bottom to top around his body to block Uchiha Zan Yi. Boom 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 boom. All the black ghost arrows were blocked by the water barrier. Then Uchiha Zan Yan made a seal again quickly. Open hollow corner bracket fire style great fireball technique close hollow corner bracket. Uchiha Zanyan spewed out a huge great fireball with a diameter of 4 or 5 meters, and shot it straight at Joseph. Spit out flames from the mouth. Uchiha Zanyan's move shocked the phantoms. They had never seen anyone spewing fire from their mouths, and it was such a big great fireball. Every time Natsu saw Uchiha Zanyan spewing fire from his mouth, he felt a sense of familiarity, because he also spewed fire from his mouth. Open hollow corner bracket dark spiral close hollow corner bracket. Joseph released a dark spiral magic bullet. Boom. Joseph's magic and the great fireball exploded together. Open hollow corner bracket fire style how long fire technique close hollow corner bracket. A huge fire dragon spewed out from Uchiha Zanyan's mouth. Fire dragon. Everyone in Fairy Tail couldn't help but exclaimed. Natsu's eyes lit up. He has always had a special preference for dragons. After all, his father Igneel is a fire dragon. Uchiha Zanyan spits out a fire dragon, which looks so cool. In Natsu's opinion, it is undoubtedly the best trick. Damn it. You are endless, brat. Joseph Zala was also confused at this time. Who is this kid? Doesn't magic cost money? He is one of the 10 great magic guides of the Holy Land. You, a stinky kid, are actually competing with him in magic. You are simply looking for death. However, he did not dare to be careless at all, because the magic used by this kid was obviously very powerful. Advertisement. Chapter 329. There was none. Advertisement. Death Storm. Joseph condensed a lot of darkness in his hands. This was Joseph's strongest magic. Uchiha Zanyan's attack forced him to use his strongest magic to deal with it. Boom. The fire dragon and Joseph's strongest magic collided. A terrifying explosion suddenly broke out. What's wrong with this kid? How can he use so many kinds of magic? This kid can't be allowed to continue like this. Ghost soldiers. A lot of dark magic was released around Joseph's body, creating a large number of dark soldiers. Kill him for me. Fire style extinguishing fire. Uchiha Zanyan spit out flames like seawater from his mouth, covering all the ghost soldiers in a huge range, and instantly evaporated these ghost bodies. Even the lake water behind Fairy Tail evaporated, leaving a dry area between the Fairy Tail Guild and the Ghost Ruler Guild. So scary. Everyone in Fairy Tail was frightened when they saw this. They had seen this kind of magic a lot, because Natsu often spewed fire from his mouth, but compared with Uchiha Zanyan who spewed out fire like the sea, the gap between the two was too big. They felt that Uchiha Zanyan was more suitable for the title of Fire Dragon than Natsu. Natsu opened his mouth wide, and tears flowed from the corners of his mouth. Fire. So much fire. I have never seen so much fire before. These flames are enough for me to eat for a year. If I were with Uchiha Zanyan, wouldn't I have fire to eat every day? What a happy thing it would be. It seems that you don't have any new moves. It's a pity that you are one of the 10 holy magicians. It's so disappointing. Uchiha Zanyan looked at Joseph Zala and said lightly. He just played with Joseph and used his ninjutsu, which he was a little unfamiliar with. I want to see the power between magic and ninjutsu. I used some C-level and B-level ninjutsu. Of course, the same C-level and B-level ninjutsu can be used differently by different people. The B-level ninjutsu used by Uchiha Zanyan is more powerful than the S-level ninjutsu used by some Jonin. But he also measured the level of Joseph Zala, and Joseph Zala's strength is equivalent to that of the general 7 warlords of the sea. Advertisement. This level of guy is far from being worthy of being his opponent. Damn you little brat. You've completely d me off. Joseph Zala's face twisted when he heard Uchiha Zan's words. Who is he? He is one of the 10 holy magicians. He was actually underestimated by a little brat whose hair has not yet grown. Magic light. Joseph Zala's hand was wrapped with strong dark magic, and he pressed it on the ground with one palm. Boom 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 boom. The ground exploded, and a large amount of dark light like a ghost broke out of the ground. Uchiha Zanyan made a fist and hit forward. Dash exclamation mark quote. Crack, crack. The air shattered, and a vibration force met Joseph's magic head on. Boom. Joseph's magic was directly defeated by this vibration force and rushed towards Joseph. How is it possible? Joseph's face changed drastically. His magic was actually defeated. Joseph quickly dodged to the side. Swish. Uchiha Zanyan's figure appeared in front of Joseph and kicked Joseph. What? Joseph didn't expect Uchiha Zanyan to appear in front of him so quickly. He quickly condensed his magic power to form a magic shield to block himself. Boom. Crack, crack. The magic shield was directly blocked by Uchiha Zanyan. Yan kicked it to pieces. Ah, Uchiha Zanyan was stunned when he caught his strongest magic with one hand. Advertisement. Give it back to you. Uchiha Zanyan casually threw the huge fist back. No. The huge fist hit Thor, pushing him horizontally to the ruins of the Ghost Ruler Guild, creating a huge gully on the ruins, and finally stopped. Thor's eyes rolled back and he fainted. Exclamation mark quote. Sky destruction. No. How could it be possible? How could you be fine? Your magic power should have been emptied by me. The water ball could not be maintained in an instant, and turned into water splashes scattered on the ground. A water ball appeared and trapped Uchiha Zanyan inside. 0. This is the magic of Juvia, one of the 4 elements, which uses the water ball to control the enemy. If the enemy can't hold his breath for a long time, he will be deprived of oxygen and faint. Bang. At this time, a person appeared silently behind Uchiha Zanyan, with an excited expression in his eyes. It was Arya of the Sky, the leader of the four elements of the Phantom. Why am I so sad? Ah, is it because a powerful magician is about to disappear? Quote. Boom. What? Suddenly, a voice sounded and said, Hey, I'm not your father, why are you crying for me like this? Water flow binding. Arya was stunned when she heard Uchiha Zanyan's voice, and looked forward to find that Uchiha Zanyan was actually fine. Uchiha Zanyan's mouth curled up. Magic power. I don't have that kind of thing. Uchiha Zanyan's body radiated a vibration force. Juvia screamed and was trapped by Uchiha Zanyan. Yan was knocked away. Uchiha Zanyan casually punched the air. Wow, so sad. Advertisement. Chapter 330 Impossible. Absolutely impossible. Advertisement. Arya was stunned when she heard what Uchiha Zanyan said. What does that mean? If he has no magic power, then what about the magic that this guy just released? Buzz. Uchiha Zanyan's fist was wrapped with the power of shock fruit. Arya's face changed drastically after seeing this. He had seen with his own eyes how Uchiha Zanyan's move shattered their Ghost Ruler Guild. No, wait, Uchiha Zanyan was not interested in listening to what Arya said. Exclamation mark quote. Crack, crack, Uchiha Zanyan's fist hit Arya's body. Boom. The strong vibration force penetrated Arya's body and shook a huge crack in the ground. Arya immediately bled from all 7,900 orifices, his eyes rolled back, and he fell to the ground, not knowing whether he was dead or alive. Zanyan looked at Gajil not far away. It was this guy who destroyed Fairy Tail. Although he was instructed by Joseph, Uchiha Zanyan still felt a little unhappy. He couldn't help but frowned. Gajil was stared at by Uchiha Zanyan, and he felt like he was stared at by a monster. Although he hadn't fought with him yet, just from the strength he showed just now, the opponent was a real super monster. Iron Dragon Stick. Gajil raised his leg and turned it into a thick iron stick to sweep at Uchiha Zanyan. Snap. Uchiha Zanyan didn't dodge, raised his hand and gently grabbed the iron stick. What? After grabbing it, Uchiha Zanyan turned his hands and threw them to the ground. Gajil's body instantly lost balance and the whole person was thrown to the ground. Boom. Advertisement. Gajil couldn't help but scream. Swish. Uchiha Zanyan appeared in front of Gajil, with his legs raised high, and white vibration power wrapped around his feet. Gajil's face suddenly changed. He saw with his own eyes how the leader of the four elements, Arya of the Sky, was killed by this move. Now it was too late to dodge. Iron Dragon Scales. Gajil roared, and his body was covered with Iron Dragon Scales. This was Gajil's strongest defensive posture, and then he put his arms in front of him. Uchiha Zanyan's feet also fell. Exclamation mark quote. Boom. Crack, crack. The Iron Dragon Scales on Gajil's body all shattered, and the strong vibration force made Gajil's internal organs seem to be shattered. A huge crack appeared on the ground, Gajil's eyes rolled back, and he fell into the crack in a coma. So far, the four elements of the Phantom Ruler and the Ace Iron Dragon Gajil have all been solved, and the Phantom Ruler has only one president, Joseph, left. Impossible. The four elements and Gajil were actually wiped out by the stinky brat of Fairy Tail. The surrounding gravel changed its gravity field because of this powerful magic and slowly floated up. Death Storm Max. Boom. Everyone in Fairy Tail was stunned when they saw this scene. Joseph's face was ugly. When he used the magic cluster cannon, Jupiter, to bombard Fairy Tail before, he was stopped by this move. Dark Spiral. Then, on the basis of the skeleton, meridians and flesh were covered, and it was wrapped in the outer coat like chakra. This was the second form of Susanoo. 3.9 Like a small nuclear bomb, the horrific explosion spread around. Advertisement. Boom. Stinky brat. I don't believe it. I don't believe you can take this move. Boom 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 boom. Dark East Flow. Joseph released several black and purple magic beams in his hand. Disappear with Fairy Tail. Okay, you are the only one left. I can finish my job after I solve you. I still have to learn magic. Joseph gathered all the dark magic power in his body with his hands and compressed the dark power to the limit. Wow, such a strong defense. Smelly brat. Don't think you can be so arrogant just because you defeated my men. The 10 holy mages are not comparable to you, a stinky brat. Joseph aimed his hands at Uchiha Zanyan and released a super strong dark shock wave. Uchiha Zanyan also opened the first form of Susanoo when he saw this. A huge skeleton enveloped the body of Uchiha Zanyan. Joseph released a spiral magic attack from his palm. After the smoke of the explosion disappeared, Uchiha Zanyan remained motionless. Joseph's magic bombarded the exoskeleton without causing any ripples. The dark shock wave hit Susanoo directly. Joseph looked incredulous. The four elements of the Phantom and the Iron Dragon Gajil were very powerful. Even though they were far inferior to himself, they were all famous wizards. The defense of this magic is too strong. It was an attack from the 10 holy mages, but it was able to take it safely. What? Damn it. Boom. A more evil and powerful magic power emerged from Joseph, and Joseph's eyes turned black. Several people attacked together and were actually taken down by that brat. Joseph's face became extremely hideous and distorted. A rib-like exoskeleton appeared around Uchiha Zanyan's body. Boom. Advertisement.